Welcome, one and all, to Digifeed Unsolved, the case of the Phantom Trailmon. Very fun, very fun.
Oh.
So before I start revealing any map for anyone, I just want to go over a few things about each of your characters. So let's do the first question for each of yours, which is going to be, what do your characters do within the Digifeed Unsolved team? So let's just go down the playlist. Tess, would you like to lead with your characters?
Sure. My weirdo that I'm playing for this one is Calvin Osmer. Just Cal is fine. He's a weird old man who likes ghosts a lot, and is definitely the kind of weird old man who would start a TV show go looking for ghosts. Yeah, he's very enthusiastic. Well, when I say very enthusiastic, he's very enthusiastic about ghosts and ghost things. He could care less about the other people around him half the time. So, yeah, that's what you're all in for, following this guy around.
And what about his Digimon partner?
Yeah. His questionable Digimon partner. I'm just gonna dump his picture in the chat there.
Which chat?
Hold on. Sorry. But yeah, his partner is Keramon. Yeah, who knows how the hell this happened. Keramon is a mischievous little rascal, and, you know, in a, like, an actively malicious way a lot of the time. Cal doesn't always notice when this is happening. He's kind of like, yeah, it's cool, it's fine, everything's great. But no, Kara is a little shit, actually. So those are my weirdos.
Very good. So what is Cal actively doing? Like, did Cal found the team?
Yeah, probably. So yeah, he's the type of guy who would be, like, in front of the camera doing his thing.
Just raving about ghosts.
Yeah.
Alright, next down the line, Maddie, can you tell us a bit about your character?
Yeah, sure thing. So my character is Piper. Her name is Piper Vega. She's never had a good idea in her life.
Relatable.
She's very outgoing, very loud, very friendly. And she also likes being on camera and looking for ghosts. So if they're like, hey, does someone want to go check out that creepy room where someone may possibly kill us? Piper will be like, yeah, all right, I got this. And she'll just march in there. And her Digimon's role, her Digimon is Monodramon, and Monodramon's job is to not let Piper die. Monodramon, in contrast, is very quiet, very calculated, thinks things through, when Piper absolutely does not. And yeah, their role is to just also be on camera and what have you.
Alright. Bridget, would you like to tell us a bit about your character?
Sure. I'll post a photo in the group chat. I also posted this on Twitter earlier today, so people might have seen it. So my character is
oh my god.
My character is Casey Donahue. Just imagine the worst person you know. She's lean, lanky, and fueled entirely by coffee and spite. People would call her mean-spirited, an asshole, self-centered. She is indeed a bastard. But she has this hidden soft side that she will not let any of you know about. The only person who can see this side of her is Cutemon, her partner. And I see her as doing a lot of the social media aspects of this, like making sure the word is getting out about this show, like marketing it to people. But she does not believe in ghosts at all. She thinks this is all really, really dumb. But she's, how should I put this? She's incredibly manipulative to the point of like being able to convince people she's into it, and like people probably don't actually know she thinks this is really just hocus pocus. But her partner is Cutemon, and I think they met. Cutemon's like very empathetic, shy, timid, but a little mischievous. I think he like came across Casey after Casey had maybe passed out after an all-nighter or something in the woods, and thought she was dead and tried to heal her. And it didn't work because she was unfortunately still alive. And after that, they became partners, and they actually get along really, really well. But no one knows why. It seems like a mismatch. But yeah, that's Casey Donahue.
That's extremely good.
I love that the asshole of the team who doesn't believe in ghosts is the one in charge of our social media.
It's like think of like a God, like a Silicon Valley sort of tech bro almost. I guess that's maybe not the best description for that, but like just like someone who sells a lot of advertising, you know? They don't necessarily believe in all of it, but it's their job.
Right. All right, Andy, your character. Characters.
Before I say anything, I just want to throw out there, before I actually like hammered down any of my ideas, I was like this close to also picking Cutemon. So
Oh man,
that would have
Digimon
been
champions.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, my dude who I linked earlier, but screw it, I'm doing it again so that it's in order of the stuff, is Dustin.
Yes.
He is. I mean, I would hope that it's obvious he's a cameraman since he has a big old camera on his shoulder, but, like, I mean, I guess he could just have that for fun. But no, he is the cameraman. And, he isn't actually, like, a cameraman by trade. He's more just, like, he had a camera, and he was willing to rent it for cheap. But that's pretty much it. And he also has sound equipment because he used to be in a band, but that is broken up and, you know, not a thing anymore. And his Digimon buddy is Ninja Rockmon, the one I made up myself.
Oh, he's so cute.
Like his
Ninja
face.
Rockmon is fantastic.
His
Oh.
his proportions don't make it look like it, but he is like adult human size, so he is a very wide
Jesus.
Oh
goofy
my
thing.
lord.
Yes.
Big.
But he's also, you know, a sneaky ninja type, so it doesn't matter that he's big. He'll just, you know, stay out of the way anyway. But, yeah, so Dustin primarily, he doesn't, like, believe or actively disbelieve in ghosts, but he does believe in getting paid to use his camera so he doesn't have to get a real job. So,
Good.
because, you know, the band will come back eventually. You just gotta have money until it does. The band's not gonna come back.
Aw.
All right. So before we get to it, I've got one final question for each of you. This one's a little bit of a bigger one. So the Digifeed Unsolved team has been experiencing a pretty good boom of views and content of late. People are watching actively. You're making good money out of it. It's going well. The thing is, as you're just searching for mysteries in the digital world, it's ripe with mysteries. You keep finding things you can explore, but every time, you know, if you dig it deep into it at all, it's just another Digimon doing something. And a lot of the viewers have started, like, not caring that it's paranormal activity. They just want to see what Digimon mysteries you find out. And sometimes, you know, some of the Digimon get rowdy. There's a lot of laws that have cropped up as the digital world and human world started interacting. And so there's a lot of rules about not going out and just recording fights between Digimon for money. That's not kosher at all. But considering the amount of trouble you guys get in, sometimes there's combat, and you skirt the law just enough that you can post that and that gets views. What I want to ask is how each of you feels about the fact that even though you're running like a paranormal investigation show, a large amount of both the people watching you and the results of your investigations have just been, oh, it's a Digimon doing things.
I think that Casey feels A-okay with this. In fact, I think she probably plays it up a little bit on the social media aspect.
What do you mean by that?
Maybe, like, will, like, use certain hashtags or try and gain traction on certain forums, or basically posting it to the Digimon world of the Digimon or in-universe, what's the word? Like, their version of World Star, like, that kind of shit. Like, posting very, manipulated promos. Just knows this is part of the audience and is, like, absolutely fine with it.
All right. Maddie, how's Piper finding that?
Piper is somewhat disappointed that it's never been like an actual ghost thing, but she really likes Digimon anyway, so even though she doesn't get to see ghosts, she's like, nice, a Digimon, cool.
All right. Andy, Dustin.
Like I said, Dustin's just here to point a camera at things and get paid, so
Yeah.
he's fine either way. So, this is just a stepping stone in life.
Fair enough. Okay, Tess, Cal.
I mean, you know, Cal is here for the ghosts.
Yeah.
He really wants to find some ghosts. And like, like they've come across a ton of Digimon at this point probably, but it's not deterring him that much. He's still pretty excited, pretty optimistic, I guess is the word I'm looking for. They're gonna find one someday.
Have we at least found like a Bakemon or whatever it's called?
You've probably definitely experienced some Bakamon.
Okay.
You've seen Ghost Digimon, but that's not really the
That's like
same
a-
thing, is it?
It's not this.
I feel like Casey probably has a poll running where it's like, does Bakemon count as a ghost or not? What do you think?
Yep.
That's good. Okay, one final thing, one last thing. I think Cal's obviously been here the longest since Cal kind of founded this. What do you feel is the order everyone joined in, and who's like, are any of you very recent?
I think Piper is very recent.
I figured Dustin might have been pulled on early enough that, because otherwise I would assume that Cal would have had someone there with equipment. So
Yep.
It's like, you got Dustin early, and because of that,
Cal put out
No
Classified,
actual
and
equipment.
Dustin was like, I can get paid for this.
yeah, there was basically like, well, I guess we don't need to buy equipment because this guy already has it. And then Dustin just kind of stayed for a long time.
Alright.
Yeah, I would say Casey's probably next in line then.
Okay. Yeah, so because of that, you've been through like a lot. There's been a lot that's happened, and there's a lot of weird things out there that can get to you after a while. There's going to be a couple of times during this we're going to be using the sanity drain mechanic. Basically, for every point you have in sanity drain, you take a -2 penalty to sanity checks. I'm going to allow each of you to take 1 point now, and if you take that point you only have to roll a -1 for going forward.
I'll take it.
Alright?
Sure.
Is
So
there
point
somewhere
of
to
sanity
mark-
drain for Casey?
Yeah. Is there somewhere on the sheet that I can find that? Oh, I see it. Okay.
Would anyone else like to take it on this? You gain 1 point like sooner, but it has less of a negative benefit on you than if you would gain it later.
Sure, yeah, I'll take it.
Alright. Point of sanity drain for Piper.
No, I'm good.
Yep. Well, you've got a sanity drain limit of 1, so...
Yeah, I'd say it seems like a bad plan for me to take one.
Oh shit, there's a limit. Oops. Where?
If you look at your character sheet, it's right above inspiration. Right under damage.
I don't know where it is on the Google Doc.
Yeah, I just know where it is on the builder.
But your
Oh. Haha, oops, mine's 3, so...
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. Mine's 2, so I'm
yeah.
currently at a 1.
Yeah, it's either what is it? Your cap is your willpower or bravery, whichever is higher.
Neither of those is very high for me.
-2.
I don't
That's
know-
right.
I don't know if it's
Willpower
necessarily-
or bravery -2.
Sorry. I was gonna say, I don't know if is it necessarily the ghosts and the spookums that are getting to my my sanity, or having to work with all of these people.
I think that's up to you.
I think that's part of it. I think this job is killing Casey.
I really like that her name is Casey, because that's my roommate's name also.
She's also on the case. Oh god.
Oh boy.
It is Casey with the K though.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's just my roommate's name. That's really good.
Let's get to it. Boop. Here is everyone's characters. Top left.
Okay.
Can everyone see and move them okay?
double check.
Let's see. Gotta.
I wish the pan and the click button were on
Yeah.
different areas.
Yes, I can move mine and see everything.
All right, excellent. So,
Can we get a snap grid, maybe? I don't know. I'm weird about over... Actually, no, you know what? I'll deal. Sorry.
yeah, well, the snap grid will come in when it's important, but it's
Nice.
it doesn't match up well to this one, so I just left it off right now.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so the 8 of you have been visiting the Dust Catch Flats after hearing about rumors of a mysterious ghostly Trailmon that rides by every couple of nights. You have hitched a ride with a traveling convoy of Monochromon, led by Deputymon here and Prairiemon here. So each of you can set up in one of these 4 caravans as you're going along.
Nice.
Just go ahead and move your characters to wherever they'd be.
Okay.
So not all of that.
The Prairiemon is
Yes,
sitting on the back of the lead Monochromon. Deputymon's on
Okay.
the roof of this caravan.
I'm going with the, host.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay, so you've been traveling for a while now. This is a long path through the desert, and it took a while to find someone who'd both let you hitch a ride with, even if it's compensated a little, and also go out of their way to go past the mysterious platform in the middle of the Dust Catch Flats, where the Phantom Trailmon is said to pull up. So you've been riding along for a while now. How is each of you dealing with just, going through this semi-desert region? And it's not the most exciting thing, but, at the end of the road, there's going to be something.
Oh, Piper is so bored. Piper is not a happy camper. She is very bored.
Is Monodramon trying to keep you entertained, or are they losing it too?
Monodramon is much calmer. The thing is, she's a little bit shy and quiet, so sometimes she's not really able to keep Piper entertained.
Are you hanging out
So
in the
she's-
front caravan with Deputymon just to, try and get something interesting going on?
Yeah, they're just chatting with Deputymon.
What's a lot of things you
Yeah.
guys chatting about?
Probably asking all if all the Monochromon have different names and how they know which one's which, and whatever stuff like that. And Piper probably giggles and says to Monodramon gun, like the gun meme, and Monodramon just doesn't understand.
That's good. Bridget, how's Casey doing over here on the rightmost caravan?
She's she's probably zoning out a little bit. Could I say that I have what do they call those little Google Chrome notebooks? You know, like those
Yep.
tiny laptops.
Yep.
Can I say I have one of those and I'm working on my resume right now?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah,
Is Cutemon
that's
helping
what
out
I'm
with the
doing.
resume, or is Cutemon how does Cutemon enjoy like the whole job?
I think in my head I see Cutemon as, even though they're a rookie, still being very, very young. So I think they're like really excited to get to see all these new places and everything. So but they're still a little overwhelmed, so they're probably sitting in my lap right now, eating up some of the keyboard heat. And like giving me suggestions and I'm taking them very seriously, but also they have no idea what they're talking about.
All right, Tess and Andy, Cal and Dustin, along with Karamon and Ninja Rockmon in the leftmost caravan.
Sure. I assume like the camera's probably rolling at this point.
I
the-
can
the
imagine
little-
Cal's giving like a kind of intro, like we're on the trail of the Phantom
Yeah, exactly.
Trailmon. We're
Yeah,
heading into
like-
the Dust Catch Flats.
Yeah,
You're
it's
doing like the
partly his
opening
way of-
recording thing, just the two of you.
Yeah, it's like partly his way of killing time because he doesn't really like these long trips either with nothing going on.
Yep.
But you know, he's keeping it enthusiastic. Karamon, on the other hand, is very restless. Like, you know, basically rebounding off the sides of the carriage.
I can just imagine Cal standing there, like, giving this dramatic intro, and Karamon just wanders right behind them, pulling a silly face.
Yeah, exactly.
There's probably a
sort of
solid
shit that-
following of your fandom who just likes Karamon's antics.
That's the sort of shit they do all the time, to be entirely honest.
Yeah, and Dustin's being professional recording, and so is Ninja Rockmon, because Ninja Rockmon's the one that's holding the boom mic. But so he's like kind of trying to work like Dustin doesn't like is used to like being around Karamon at least a little bit, but Ninja Rockmon is not the best at he's a little shy guy. That's why he became a ninja, so he didn't have to deal with people. So he's like awkwardly stepping around Karamon, trying to keep the microphone close enough to Cal, but not in the shot, and he's having a hard time of it. But
I'm so sorry.
Dustin on there, yeah, he's used to it, so he's just kind of camera straight ahead, trying to get like okay backgrounds behind Cal. But I mean, we're kind of just in a desert, so it's kind of a boring shot.
Yeah, it's actually like the most boring part of the desert, because that's the safest, as Deputy Mon has told you guys. Like, they're not going to be seeing anything, and they're just going to be briefly going out of their usual trade route to get a bit closer to the station that you guys paid them to drop you off by. So it takes a while. Like, you left sometime mid-afternoon, the sun has set, and it's getting cool and starry out, completely clear skies, as I'm sure you'd imagine. And that's when like the caravans shake a bit more as the Monochromon come to a stop. They're not fast Digimon, but they are like one-minded. Once they get going, they just keep going and don't really tire out. It makes it really easy to do transports along long distances. But they all come to a stop, and Deputy Mon just hops out into the middle and just goes, "All right, here's your stop."
Piper goes, finally, and like just jumps off the roof of the caravan. And Monodramon is like, careful.
All right, anyone else like getting out?
Yeah, probably should.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Finishing up my edits, checking my references, and then we get out.
Don't forget to save.
Oh yes.
Control.
Control S every 5 minutes.
So Deputy Mon points off. In the distance, you can actually see a structure. He goes, "Well, that's the old train station. You guys sure you want me to just leave you by here? Like, I can't stop for the night. I gotta keep going, and you're gonna be out here now."
Cal's just like, it's fine. We can handle ourselves. We might not
Um,
actually be able to handle ourselves, but optimism.
Piper's super excited. She's like barely able to keep herself from like hopping around. Monodramon looks a little apprehensive, but is like cool with this. This is not Monodramon's first rodeo. So.
Fair enough. Okay, well, if you guys are all ready to go, Digimon hops back up. He goes, well, good luck finding whatever you're out here to find. And they just get started again. The monochromons start going off. They leave a pretty big dust cloud in their wake as they just heavy footfalls throw up sand and dust. But you guys keep out of the way mostly, and you set off at a trek heading south from here towards the building you see in the distance. So, how quickly do you each go, and what order do you head in up to? It's not like a building. It's just this raised platform of stone with some stairs leading up to it.
Here, let me just zoom out. Cannot see it.
You won't see it just yet. I'll reveal it in a second.
Oh, okay.
It's south of here, though. Just imagine the trailers have moved on now.
Okay. Is Cal leading the way?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Well, is Cal leading the way, or is Piper running ahead?
I think Piper is gonna like double back and stay with Cal because I'm sure she's been scolded before about like running on ahead.
Well, not by Cal.
Not by Cal, but
Someone
just
else.
probably getting in the way of the camera or whatever. And Dustin's been like,
You
don't.
can't ruin the shot. We gotta get. Speaking of, Dustin is absolutely like jogging ahead a little bit just to get some, B-roll footage so that we can have. So I don't have to record the entire time of us walking through a desert to get to a place. Because that's a lot of tape and battery life. So, just, a few just literally getting from different angles of everyone starting to move forward, and then stopping, going ahead so we can get, a side shot so you can't tell that it's literally them 2 minutes later, so we can just edit all this together later and make it look like they've been walking for a long time without having to actually film it all.
Yep.
Casey and Cutemon, just in the interest of being honest, are very, very squishy. So we actually stay, despite being really grumbly and prickly, we stay very close to everybody else.
It's fair. Okay.
Also,
well,
I just want to confirm one thing before we continue on. Is this one of those where every cast member winds up on screen multiple times, how Ghost Hunters are literally always like, okay, and here's, even though they have no reason to be out here with us, this cast. Okay, then Ninja Rockmon's gonna circle around everyone and make sure their battery packs for the non-boom mics are still going good, because he's a quick little dude. That's his job.
I like that you say that, but he's like the size of a grown-ass man.
Oh, he is. He's only little proportionally. Actually, physical size-wise, he's a big-ass motherfucker, but he's still fast.
since everyone's wearing... Is Casey wearing their mic, actually, or have they managed to disconnect it?
I think I have it disconnected.
Yeah. I figure you would... Casey probably wouldn't be able to stop themselves from muttering things now and again.
Yeah.
Do the Digimon get mics too?
I mean, are they on-screen personalities? If so, I would assume so.
I don't think
That
Ninja
little-
Rockmon's a personality, but Cutemon,
he's not.
Monodramon, and Karamon all could be.
Caramon is absolutely not getting a mic.
Okay, that's one thing forbidden.
Okay. So yeah,
The
then
noises I'm sure it makes. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just giggling.
Yeah, that's
Very sinister. Very sinister giggles.
What about
Does
Cutemon or
Caramon talk at all, or
Monodramon?
just make noise?
They can talk, they just don't
Okay.
most of the time.
yeah.
Cal and Karamon even actually a team, or is Karamon just following Cal and laughing at him?
Why not?
Cal likes Caramon when they're not being a complete little shit. But, they have a weird sort of partnership.
Fair enough. So, Monodramon and Cutemon, do either of them want mics and to be part of the show, or do they just want to be companions to the show while the humans do everything?
I think from time to time, Monodramon will agree to make a little appearance. I think it depends on her mood. She finds it distracting when she's trying to look out for danger or anything.
I think Cutemon's part of the camera team a little bit. There's like a cute aside every once in a while. It's like, oh, this is scary,
Oh my god.
and the audience just loves that.
Extremely good. Okay, so as you come towards the station, like I said, there's a staircase just leading up to it. It's a pretty high up platform above the ground level. Who's first to climb up the stairs?
Oh, Piper.
All right.
Piper, completely 100% definitely.
As Piper charges up to the top of the stairs, you see that you are not the only one on the platform. There is actually someone already here.
Oh boy.
Curled up,
Look at those.
just down about here, is a blue-purple Digimon. Very furry, but fluffy furry, but there's some glint of metal amongst it. It's just taking a
Oh.
nap.
Oh, I know what it is. Oh, woo.
Whoa. What did I just do?
So
All right.
Piper
Piper's
just
not good.
walks up
Perception
here and-
check because she's stupid.
So you're just not going to notice that it's taking a nap here? Just curled up taking a sleep?
I think Monodramon is good at. Can Digimon roll perception at all?
Yep, absolutely.
All right, that's definitely what Monodramon is going to do.
That's going to be a 3d6 plus brains.
Nice. All right.
Okay, I mean, it's not a strong roll, but again, like, this is just a big sandstone platform with a sizable, like, human-sized purple-blue Digimon curled up, just taking a sleep. Like, it's the only change of color around all of this. It's not hard to see. Piper just ignores, doesn't see it at all, because Piper is like that.
Yeah. Minodramon's gonna see it, and like while Piper is sort of like, Minodramon's gonna put like a little clawed hand wing out and be like, "Whoa there."
All right, who's next up?
Cal's gonna probably follow pretty soon after.
I would say I missed my shot for the actual first person getting up, but Dustin like moves over here to actually get, at least Cal going up the stairs on camera.
Yeah, so Dustin doesn't... No one... Well, Monodramon knows this thing's up here now. Cal's about to come up, and, like, you don't need to roll for this unless you think you're going to miss it. It's quite obviously here. What does Cal think it all about? Just, there's something curled up over there.
He's kind of like he's gesturing down the camera like, look, we found something. Like,
Oh shit, then we get... Yeah, then obviously Dustin's gonna start following up behind, and honestly Rockmon probably makes it up quicker because he's big, but he's like has a speed of friggin' 10 because...
Jesus
Why
God.
a very fast boulder.
Doesn't he have
It's
wall
like Indiana
climb?
Jones. No,
Oh,
he
the
doesn't get wall climb
pioneers
until
used-
later.
The pioneers used to ride these babies for
Oh my God.
Alright, so is Dustin and Ninja Rockmon come up? And does Keramon, like, do anything, or does Keramon, like, keep back and stay around the others?
Keramon, when Cal was climbing up, Keramon was probably clinging to his back, and it's just kind of still there, probably.
Alright, so Dustin and Ninja Rockmon have come up here. What do they do about this thing? Just film it a little, sweep the camera around?
Yeah, so first he like does like a quick sweep, sees the thing, I don't know what it is, sees the Digimon sitting there, gets like a zoom on it for a second, and then turns the camera to Cal, because, it's his show. If someone's going to comment, it's going to be him.
Does Cal recognize this Digimon at all?
You'll have to roll a probably knowledge check for that, and that's going to be a higher number. So, yeah, roll and knowledge, yeah.
Yeah, so
I
What about
expect you to
Casey? Is
both
Casey
be
still like not climbed the stairs yet?
No, Casey's actually doing some casing and oh god, I have it on pen and not select. Okay, yeah, doing some
so I rolled a
casing,
20.
walking around. Is holding Cutemon is their normal state of
So you're just wandering around the
transportation.
the outside of the zone.
Yeah.
All right. Cal, you get the feeling you can recognize immediately that it's some kind of wolf-like Digimon. So it's curled up, like how. Well, I don't know if wolves will curl up, but it has curled up on itself. You can recognize that it's kind of wolf-like. You don't specifically know what it is, but you get the feeling they're not one of the safer Digimon to be around.
Right. So he's kind of telling all this to the cameras, like, he's exaggerating his knowledge a little bit.
Programs are good. We should do a Digimon Wild Planet. Check out this one. I'm gonna poke with a stick.
Oh my god! Please
Wow,
don't
it's
let
really
Piper
getting
on that
annoyed.
show.
All right. So Cal's just going on about how we've encountered some mysterious Digimon. I think it's a dangerous one. Does Casey pick up at that at all, or are you still just wandering around the outside?
Yeah. Do I have to make any sort of perception or anything?
Well, are you actively listening to the voices up above, or you're ignoring them?
I'm sort of tuning them out, but definitely looking around and taking stock of what
So you can
I
hear
see.
they're talking about something, and it sounds like it's more than just, this is the station, we're waiting here.
Hmm.
So I don't know if that catches your interest, or you want to walk around a bit further.
Oh, I'm gonna keep walking.
All right. How far do you go?
Probably just peek around this edge, and that's about as far.
All right. As you look around, you can see parts of a track. However, it's just a little bit of it before it's broken and buried in sand. There's only a tiny little bit of track there that you can see.
Hmm.
There might be more if someone walks over to the edge of this station, but it's below the risen section of the station, so you can't see the
Right.
track very well.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, Casey kind of is a little bit squishy, so she's not going to venture too far off.
As
So
a
I think around
reminder,
that.
if you click an icon and press Z, you'll see a zoomed-in version of that. So that'll help you see characters and Digimon and that in their details.
Oh, cool.
Can you? I don't think you can do that on things you can't affect.
Really?
Yeah, I can zoom in
Yeah.
on my guys.
Yeah, seems to be that way.
Huh. I don't know how to make that doable for everyone.
Admittedly, I can't. We can just zoom in using the zoom to see it. So
Yeah.
he's got blade feet. That's scary.
Yeah, well, you did see some metal. Okay, so what are you guys up to right now? There's no sign of a train, nothing like that. You're just here on this station in the middle of a desert. If you peek in the very far distance to the east, you can see just a tiny bit of dust in the air, and that gets you the feeling that's where the caravan's gotten off to. But it's just you guys out here now, and there's just this one Digimon.
Trying to think if Piper would go and talk to it. Monodramon doesn't like this idea a whole lot.
Well, what's Piper's MO with ideas?
They're bad. Yeah, whatever. She's gonna as cautiously as she can approach it, and Monodramon is right next to her, and she's gonna be like, "Hey, you see a train?"
All right,
I can't see a train.
as you speak to it, you see the nose of this Digimon is sticking out of the ball it's curled itself up into. It sniffs a little. It raises up into the air and sniffs again, and then it begins unwinding itself. And so it goes from just lying in a big heap to sitting up straight. So it's sitting on its hind legs, main front legs right in front of it, like a dog sitting at attention. It just raises its head up. Now it's like its head is taller than Piper is. Like sitting fully, it stretches above Piper, and just looks around a little, sniffs at the air, tilts its head over and looks at Piper.
Oh, that's kind of big. Piper's like 5'7".
This is all on camera, but the mic is still pointed towards Cal, so that, commentary.
Does Cal say anything about this as this Digimon rises up from its nap?
If I assume he notices that this is happening.
Yeah, I mean, that's the
sort
only
of-
thing around here to look at right now.
Yeah, there's sort of not a whole lot else grabbing his attention. So he does kind of he sort of doesn't really say anything while this is happening, but he does kind of gesture like, hey, cameras that way.
Make sure you get this. I need you to be recording if Piper gets attacked by a Digimon.
Yeah, this is going to make great video.
It always gets views.
Make sure you're
Piper
recording this
getting
in case we need
mauled
to
always
make,
gets views.
in case we need to make an insurance claim.
Has Casey made it up yet, or is Casey still down below?
I think at this point they've begrudgingly
Alright,
joined
so
everybody
as
else.
Casey crests the stair top and looks out over this, you can see everyone's just gathered near the staircase, besides Piper and Monodramon, who are halfway across the platform, being stared down by a Digimon that, sitting on its haunches, is looking over her.
Guys, do you know what that is? Is that a friend? Is that a foe? What's going on?
Cal's just like,
Dustin just does that like half shrug over his shoulder while keeping the camera facing that direction, like.
Cal's
Out of my
like,
face.
it's probably fine.
How many
Probably
times?
fine.
How many times have you said that? How many times have I heard it?
He said that a lot.
How
to
many
be
times
honest.
has it been
So
fine?
many times.
How many times has it been fine? It's not been fine.
Piper's gonna be like, are you also waiting for the train?
It spends a moment, like it looks at Piper, it's kind of cocks its head as if it's curious. It tilts its head, it sees this other huge gathering over here, and just shrugs. It's like, yep. And it just turns around and like walks over here and sits down, like back to Piper, looking out. It tilts its head in one direction and the other, like you do when you're at the station waiting for the train, but it hasn't shown up yet.
Oh yeah, very relatable. Piper's just gonna follow it. She's decided it's not threatening. Monodramon doesn't quite feel the same way, as keeping very close to her.
Alright, so you've reached
Gonna
the
actually
edge
do
of the station, you're just looking over it as well?
Yeah.
So as you look in each direction, you can see that there is something of a train line below you, but it is either cracked, the metal's broken, or it's buried in sand, and it ends pretty abruptly in either direction. There's not much of track at all.
Nice. Okay, I just before Piper makes any more bad decisions, I just want to point out that like whenever like Piper is walking somewhere dangerous, you know how like when you're like holding a child's hand while you're walking down the street and they're on like the side of the sidewalk that's like near the street, and you sort of just kind of subtly try to redirect them to like the inside of inside of the sidewalk that's closer to like grass, and
Yep.
yeah, the adult goes and stands near the road. That is what Monodramon does with Piper 24/7.
Oh, I love it.
Except Monodramon is like small and only comes up about to Piper's waist. So
So it kind of looks like Monodramon's the child in this, but Monodramon is actually the responsible adult.
yeah, Piper's gonna just jump on down. I don't know how high it is, but she did. She done did it.
It's a decent jump. You're gonna make a
shit.
roll on that.
Oh god. Okay.
Probably athletics, yeah.
Oh boy, that's actually I don't think Piper's really that good at anything, so this is gonna be really good.
Athletics is body, so body plus athletics.
Oh Christ. Okay.
Oh, Piper breaks her legs. Like,
First thing.
Okay. So it was 3d6 plus body plus athletics?
Yep.
Alright, cool. Don't die, Pipes. Oh,
Woof.
God. Okay.
It's fine.
Oh boy.
That's never a good response.
I mean, that's not a good roll.
It's, I'm not getting good ones at all today, so...
Oh, Piper's just like, Geronimo jumps right off. You're just going for landing, I guess, like on the metal, but the metal's like old and rusted, so you land on it, and then one of your feet sinks down because the metal's cracked and shattered, and you probably just cut yourself on the left leg pretty bad on the metal.
Jesus.
Oh,
great.
my God.
Good old rusty
But no,
metal
Dr-
cuts.
Monodramon is like, oh... Monodramon, like, gasps. And,
You are
like-
going to mark a wound box on Piper for that.
Oh, God, okay.
And you've got like a nasty cut on your leg right now, so keep that in mind whenever Piper's doing things.
Piper's gonna... She's gonna laugh it off. She's gonna be like, haha, oops. And Monodramon is just, oh my God. The Monodramon's gonna take the stairs like a sensible, living creature.
Dustin's gonna run down real quick. Hey, are you okay down there?
Is this on camera?
Yeah. He's just... Cameraman talks half the time on those
Yep.
shows anyway.
Yeah.
You can, like, kind of see Piper's bloody leg, and she just looks at the camera and does a thumbs up.
Okay, is the camera okay, though?
The camera's...
Why wouldn't
Oh.
you?
Not camera, the microphone.
The mic?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, the mic wasn't
Sorta
on her
looks at
leg.
Well, yeah, he didn't see her fall. She jumped out of sight. And
That's
now he comes
true,
down
that's
to
true.
cut.
So she looks at, like, the mic pack, and she sort of dusts it off and, like, pats it a couple of times, and she, like, just gives him another thumbs up.
Okay.
Anyone who would be looking can see that this wolf-like Digimon just, like, it tilted its head to look down as Piper jumped, and it's just... It's because of the wing things across its face, it's hard to see its eyes, but you get the feeling it's probably just not so much curious now, it's just like, what?
But like Caramon definitely comes over and is like snickering at this.
Of course.
Monodramon is going to be like, okay, who has the first aid kit?
Who does have the first aid kit?
I think Cutemon
think
might be the
actually-
first aid kit.
Cutemon is the first aid kit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Casey rolls her eyes and then like holds up Cutemon, and Cutemon is going to use their healing. It's called healing wave. Let me double check. Yeah.
So is that you bringing Cutemon down to, like, where Piper
Yeah.
is, or just standing at the
Yeah,
edge of the platform and holding Cutemon out over
I
it,
think-
right above
yeah.
Piper?
Yeah, I hold Cutemon out.
Healing
Casey
rain
holds
from
Cutemon
above.
out. Yeah, and a soft, like, pulsing, warm, pinkish light just, like kind of spreads out from Cutemon. He's like, ugh.
Alright,
That's-
I'm not going to make you do,
that's-
like, a roll for your healing glow ability. Considering it's, like, a magic ability, do a brains roll for Cutemon, though.
Okay.
So that's 3d6 plus 5.
My special girl. My special boy. Oh, no.
Wow, you guys are not having a lot of luck.
No.
The wound, like, the blood on it coagulates and scabs over pretty quick, so it's, like, not actively bleeding, but your leg still hurts pretty bad. And you're not getting a wound box back for a roll of 10.
Oh, butts.
But, you know, it
Piper-
hurts a bit, but, like, your walking doesn't make it worse than standing now.
Alright, cool. So Piper sort of says really cheerfully, thank you, to Cutemon, and resumes sort of walking around like nothing happened.
Does jumping off of a tallish platform and then injuring herself bug Piper in any way?
A little. But nobody really saw it.
Right,
Except
a little, but
everybody
not
kinda
enough.
saw it.
Well, everyone saw the
yeah,
result.
yeah.
No one saw, like, how
I saw the-
you cut your leg.
Yeah, I don't even think the camera was looking when she went off. So,
Yeah, he just suddenly looked over, and Piper was not there, and down below, and you can hear Monodramon freaking out. Alright, so you still down there? Are you going to make your way back up the stairs, or...?
Nah, Piper wants to look around some more.
Alright. Piper's wandering around, checking out this old, cracked railway. Be careful
Yeah.
walking over it.
She's marginally more careful now.
Alright. What's everyone else up to?
Sorry, my computer's acting a little funky. I can't move my mouse anywhere.
Oh dear. Tess, what's Cal up to?
He's sort of just... He's kind of wondering where the heck our train is. He's like, oh, these guys have got things under control over here. Everything's cool.
Alright,
Where's
well,
the train?
you've been rumor hunting for the train for a while since you first heard of it, so what you know is that it's meant to stop at this abandoned station in the middle of the Dustcatch Flats every few nights, and you've got it on good authority that this will be one of those nights, which is why you did your best to make sure you'd
Yeah.
be here. You don't specifically know when, it just says at night, so...
What time is it?
You caught the Monochromon caravan like in mid-afternoon. You traveled. The sun set while you were on it, so it is night right now. I'd say it's like the 7 to 8 p.m. range.
Gotcha. So we still could be waiting a while.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't specifically know when it is. You just know that it's at night. Did you tell everyone that, or did you just say, "Oh, we'll get there and we'll be there soon"? Who's expecting
probably
this to
didn't-
be a long wait, and who's thinking, "Okay, we're here. Where's the damn train?"
He probably didn't share too many of the details. He's just kind of like, yeah, we're gonna come out in the desert. We're gonna catch a train.
Yeah, I think immediately now, after like maybe even not even 2 minutes, maybe a little more like 2 seconds, Casey's like, "So where's the train?
He's just like, it's coming.
When is it coming?
You know, tonight."
Tonight." I look up at the sky. Okay. I look back at you. What time tonight? That's what I thought. And then Casey just like walks away.
All right. Has Piper
I
come
wanna
back
go
up now? Yep, there's
here.
Casey.
Yeah,
What's
Piper's
Casey
gonna
up
come
to?
back up.
Casey's moved over
Piper-
here.
Yeah.
What's Casey up to? Just moved over here to sulk?
Yeah. Casey has her legs kind of like dangling over the platform.
Alright.
It's like, of course. Why didn't I ask? Why
Piper-
didn't I ask what time the train is coming? I should have asked. I should have known. Oh my god, I didn't even bring a book.
So was Piper actively looking around or just wandering around?
She's wandering around. She's gonna actually sit down next to the Digimon and be like, "Hey, do you know when the train's coming?"
Digimon just looks at you, looks up the sky, and just goes, "Tonight."
Piper goes, "Wow, thanks."
What's Dustin up to?
well, he definitely was like, he thought maybe we were going to get actual information for a second there, so the camera was looking at the like wolf thing at the time, but then when we just said tonight, he's like, okay, so he just walks right back over and to get try and get a nice shot of like everyone at once, because got more montage shots going on. That way again. Yeah, that way, instead of having to show everyone the 6 hours we were sitting on a platform waiting for a train to show up, we can just show a few second clips of it. Because
And
again, Cal didn't really tell us how long things were going to take, so he didn't know how many battery packs to take, so he's trying to conserve that energy.
Thanks, Cal.
Caramon is very bored,
Oh, that's not good.
and so they're kind of heading they're heading down, and they're just kind of rolling around on the train tracks at the moment.
All right. So like floating over it, or just rolling around on the train tracks.
Yeah, a bit of both. You know, whatever they feel like at the time.
All right.
They're gonna be here for a while.
Caramon's gonna make a body check then.
Oh no.
Oh, this is.
I mean, you already know
that's
the
tetanus.
train tracks are like old and broken, and there's metal sticking out of them.
Also, Caramon just stepped on the third rail and just got electrocuted to death.
Oh, Caramon has a body of 1.
Ooh.
I'll just roll good. That's a thing everyone's been doing today.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, that's not good.
Oh my
Okay.
god. Oh my god.
That's the
Oh my
opposite of
God.
good.
That is
We're-
3 ones.
Hey guys, what happens
Plus
if we
one.
just all die on this railroad?
So Caramon's just having a giggle down there, just having a roll around, and doesn't even notice that there's a metal spike jutting right upwards, and just rolls
God.
right into it. And you
Oh,
guys
boy.
hear an ear-splitting yell as Caramon injures itself for the tune of 2 wound boxes,
Oh, great.
half of its health.
That's funny.
Piper's gonna be really concerned about that and like not jump down this time. But run on down right away.
You guys had such consistently good rolls last campaign. I
I'm
guess
just
your
choosing to believe
your
that in
hired
addition to roll-
team is much more competent than this ragtag group of
Uh.
TV show producers.
Piper is gonna be like, "Hey, Caramon, hey, buddy, you okay?"
They just kind of whine. You know, really unpleasant noise. Cal kind of comes over to like, hey, buddy, you all right down there? Like, they're very clearly not all right, but
Yeah, Caramon's like a body made up of mostly tentacles besides its head, but you can see across like a few of them there's now a pretty nasty looking cut.
Aw. Piper is gonna take out like a little bag of candy that she had in her pockets and try to
Oh.
cheer Caramon up and try to just give it a couple of pieces of candy.
Caramon reaches for the entire bag.
Piper just lets it happen. And sort of just gives it a gentle little pat on the noggin.
Aw. They
I
kind of
think that was-
smile and then very quickly start to devour this candy. Sorry, it's gone.
As you guys are all dealing with the fallout from this, the wolf Digimon that's sitting basically next to Casey, but since Casey's sitting, this thing's like its head is way above yours now. You just hear it go quite loud.
I know. Tell me about it. By the way, I actually, Casey turns to this Digimon now and is like, those are some axe hands. I can't shake your hand, but, What's the, I turn to this Digimon, Casey turns to this Digimon and says, what's the proper way you would like to be, introduced? Do you do handshakes? Do you do bows? Is it like a, just like a nod? I can do a nod. I don't want to touch your hands. I'm sorry. I just would rather not. But my name is Casey, and these are my coworkers.
You will never ever introduce them as friends.
No, absolutely not.
Alright, well, there's just another moment. Like, this thing's been pretty slow to react a lot of the times. It just seems to be considering this whole situation of you guys just all kind of bumbling around here, and it seems quite surprised that there's anything going on tonight more than what it expected, whatever that was. But it's not getting like angry or trying to chase you off or anything. It's just maybe a little put out by it, but it considers what you says, and then after a moment it gives you a head nod and says, Senglupmon. That is Senglupmon, which I will type out because that is...
Yes, please.
So,
Hey,
Blood
hey.
Wolfmon, basically.
Yeah, Blood Wolfmon, yeah.
Oh, a pleasure to meet you, Sanglupmon. I'm Casey, and this here, and Cutemon is at this point like sitting on my head. I'm Cutemon. I'm fine with handshakes. It's
Out
And
of
I'm like, no.
pure curiosity, because you said that, like, the Senglupmon started lifting one of its big clawed paws towards you, but I guess Casey said no, and then it lowered its paw again.
I'm so sorry. We're both pretty small and very easy to cut. So you're waiting. Oh God,
Fuck.
no.
That played
Guys,
for you
get
guys a
off the
lot
ground!
sooner than it did for me, but with a loud whistling sound, there it is, you hear a train in the distance.
Monodramon yanks Piper by the arms back up to the platform. Like, she's following, but Monodramon's like, let's go.
As soon as the whistle sounded out, Senglupmon like got up onto all fours. On all fours, it's like its head isn't as high up as when it was sitting straight, but it's long. It's like it's a biggish Digimon.
So which direction did which distance was it coming from?
It was coming from the west over this way.
Okay. Then
So,
Dustin's
Alright.
gonna try and wedge out this way a little bit to try and get Cal and the direction the noise came from in shot at the same time, because
Yeah.
Does
Cal
Case-
now
yep.
has a Cal now has a Caramon firmly attached to his bag. Cal's just cheerfully like, looks like the train's finally arriving.
I'm going to kill him.
That's fair. In all
No.
honesty, that's
No. That's what Casey says very, very, very quietly. And Cutemon's like, huh? You're going to krill him?
Piper's gonna excitedly run and look for the lights of the train.
and that's why Casey doesn't get a mic, I guess. Just
Yeah.
So
I think there are
since-
occasionally. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think there are occasionally episodes where Casey leaves her mic on and they're like taken down really quickly, but they're like they're there on the deep web.
Yeah.
You know where to look.
The hardcore fans know that Casey hates this entirely.
Yeah.
Okay, so since the sound of the train, as you all look in the direction the sound of the train came from, but there's no like train in sight, there's nothing different about the direction, but there was the sound of a train horn, and Senglupmon at least is on its feet now and is intently looking in that direction as well. Dustin, I guess, has moved to try and get a sweep of the camera. Senglupmon's kind of in it right now, as is Casey and Cutemon. Are you backing up for like camera concerns, or are you just ignoring it?
I mean, that's about as far back as he can get without falling off the thing. So
Yeah. That's true. You're getting a pretty good sweep.
yes, I do like that. This is the one time where he's actually facing the right way in character arc too. Just
Listen, I can't sprite flip.
I know. I'm just saying, like, if you did the
All of my
t-shirts
monochrome
logo
were
be
facing the
backwards.
wrong way.
Herd of Monochromon walking backwards through the desert.
It's fine. Sometimes they get bored of going forwards, so then they go backwards.
Moonwalker Monochromon.
That's
Warp Digivolve.
not true at all. Monochromon can't get bored. They just ploddingly do things.
They just started walking backwards and kept on going. Casey turns to Sang Lupon. It's like, you're getting on this train too?
Yep.
May I ask why?
There's a second, then it shakes its head like, no.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not going to ask anyone with blades on their hands questions they don't want asked.
The sound of the train whistle was the only thing you heard before, but now you're actually starting to see something. It's like a trail of kind of like, you know, the ectoplasmic green-blue light color? You're seeing flashes of that, like, leading from the distance towards you, and it's going, like, right by the train over where the tracks would be. It's just, like, flashes of light now and again, but there's glittering lights just appearing on and off. And someone forgot to leave their phone off when
That's the sound of
recording.
the train.
Yeah.
Piper's really excited about all this bright light.
Casey's backing up.
Yeah. Okay, so as the lights keep flashing, you start to see, like, the sand along this pathway shaking, and rather than, you know, these tracks being anything, kind of bone-like tracks start just materializing out of nothing, just forming a proper rail line that leads from the distance right past this station and into to the east.
Well, that's an interesting Digimon move. Casey says very, very quietly.
Has anyone got any last-minute things they want to do or talk about? You're just all, like, lining up now and getting ready. Is Cal giving any pictures for this?
Cal doesn't entirely know what's going on, but he's just kind of gesturing to the camera like, oh, this is all pretty exciting, isn't it?
I love the idea of that being in a ghost show. Like, just host turns to the camera. This is exciting, isn't it? And then just turns back away.
Alright, well, the lights...
Cubon leans into his mic and is like, oh, this is scary! Catchphrase.
Oh, very good. Okay, well, as the lights continue flashing, they build up more and more, and then in the distance, a little ways away from them, there's this suddenly big flash of light, and it looks like kind of like a gate of light has opened up, and from out of it emerges a train. The train is running, like, it's going towards you, but you can see it's, like, slowing down enough, as trains do, to stop there. You can get a look at the front of its architecture. You've seen some Trailmon before, and you know they're all various different ones. This one, like, completely fittingly, does look like it's built out of bones. So it's laced with, the front engine of it is laced with bones, and it zooms by, and as it does, it starts slowing down, and the carriages behind it, which are all much more normal-looking carriages compared to the engine, you see go by 1, 2, 3... And then, as it pulls to a stop, the fourth and final carriage on the Trailmon stops right before the platform. Basically, the moment it's stopped, the Sanglupmon jumps off the platform up onto the roof of the carriage and starts dashing along its length, and it's out of sight immediately.
Okay. Piper says right away, that's a train, no bones about it.
And there's like a ding dong noise, and the doors only like the carriage itself is long, so only like the back end of it is on the station, but a pair of doors opens for it, and there is an entrance onto the train for you all.
Yeah, Piper's gonna get on.
Yeah, Cal's just like, well, let's go, everyone.
Yep.
He's also getting on the train. It's an adventure.
Then Casey goes on? Well, alright.
And now that he got shots of everyone else getting on.
Oh, before we got on, was there could we see into the windows? Was there anyone else on this train already?
The windows were all opaque.
Oh, okay.
As windows, are.
Not always with trains.
Well, these ones were like thick, opaque, like you can't see
Yeah.
anything through them.
Yeah, I just thought it was worth asking.
It's fine. Let me just get your icons moved over to this next map, and then we can... Alright, I'm gonna have to shrink you guys down a bit to fit this map.
Incredible shrinking machine.
That's fine, I'll move you over here and then start shrinking you down. Should have sized this train up even more. Oh well, lessons learned. Alright, you guys all over here okay?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you've come in through the doors at the back of this train, and you are now all various different sizes, because I don't have a grid to lock you to in here. It's okay. Oops. Don't do that. Okay, so you're all gathered up here now in the entrance to the Phantom Trailmon, which you have been looking for.
Nice. Monodramon
So-
is going to want to make a perception check.
Alright, please do.
Alright, so that's, with Monodramon, that's gonna be,
Monodramon and Piper were the first on, right?
yeah.
Yep.
What's a perception check? That's gonna be...
3d6 brains.
Okay.
Yeah, if nothing else, it's really easy to do the math for Digimon trying to do skill checks.
There you go.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
You've rolled something above 15. You've rolled a 16. Well done.
But there's
As
still
you
a 1 in it.
get onto the train, the immediate thing that comes to your attention is the noise. There are voices. There are a lot of voices. There is just a lot of discussion going on. It sounds like a busy train cart, because it is. You can see all the seats ahead of you, and there are people in the seats.
People or
human
Digimon
people in
Oh,
all of the
no.
seats. Just basically, it's packed with people just sitting in here, ambically talking to each other as they go.
Like living people.
People.
That's an important. That's an important distinction to make.
They look like living people.
Okay.
They're all dressed up in like, kind of like, you know, your old-timey train travel finery?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Think your old classic, like, Western train deal.
I think Piper's gonna sort of look to Cal, because she doesn't really know what to do now.
Well, Cal doesn't know either, but he's just kind of like, oh, guess we should find a seat. Some seats. Several seats.
So you just start walking along here looking for seats?
Yep. Yeah, he's just gonna start walking down the aisle.
Okay. Cal just goes for a walk along. There's a couple of seats as you go further down free. Some of them have got like only one person in them. Some of them, one or two are completely empty, but more than likely you'd have to sit next to one of the people already in here.
Oh, that's fine. Cal doesn't mind too much. He's gonna probably squeeze in next to some other person with Caramon still on his shoulders.
Alright, the person you sit next to, like, is dressed in your standard travel finery. They've got a hat on. They just look at you when you sit next to them. They tilt their hat a little, like just a gesture of acknowledgement.
But
Cal
Calvin,
just kind of smiles back at them.
Are there any like other open seats nearby?
A little bit further forward. You've got one up here.
That's gonna be a shitty camera angle.
There's someone, like, sitting in the aisle seat, but not by the window, though, so you'd probably have to ask them to move along.
oh, Piper wants that window seat.
Alright, so,
So
Piper
she's
just
gonna-
immediately, like, ask if they can sit in there.
Yeah.
A person swings their legs out and lets you come through, sit next to the window.
She says, thanks. And she presses her nose against the glass.
What about Monodramon? Monodramon can't fit in there as well.
Um,
Like,
Monodramon's
Caramon's
just
okay because
gonna-
they're basically just, like, hanging onto the back of Cal.
Monodramon's gonna kind of watch helplessly from the aisle.
just kind of sitting on the floor.
All right. What's Dustin up to since you the seat you were going to aim for was quickly taken by Piper?
Okay, he's just gonna go to combat. Okay, if you got anything to say real quick, get it, and then, motion me over if you need to say anything else, because I don't think I'll be able to get a good shot at you for a lot of I'm not standing up while the train's moving. That seems...
Yeah, he's just like, that's fine, just, get some good shots while we're in here. There's plenty of things to see.
Casey.
Do we need to get a release for all these people?
Casey
Fine.
Jr. is on the tracks. Casey Jr. tracks. She is knocking on the bathroom door.
No answer?
I go in the bathroom.
Fair enough.
Here. Wait. We both go in the bathroom. Still like a child, so I'm like, all right, if you have to go now. Close the door. And then we then regroup with everyone else.
All right. What do you think about this entire
okay.
situation, since it's probably a little bit strange?
I'm like, okay, this is clearly some sort of illusion-based Digimon thing. Casey's kind of running through what could this be, but also is so sure it's not a ghost or anything supernatural. She's just like, old-timey people, that sure is spooky. And it's like, all right. Are there any other seats that are open at this point?
Not in this block here. You'd have to go past this point to find more.
Okay. Yeah. And I see everyone else has sort of found seats.
Well, Dustin hasn't.
Everyone except for the camera. Maybe we both then go.
Yeah, I guess.
Let's find some seats. I'm
I
like,
guess so.
hey, Dustin.
Monodramon just sat down in the aisle right next to this seat.
I think Piper's gonna take pity on her and sort of hoist her up by the armpits and sit her down on her lap.
Aw.
I can't do that. Mine's a giant rock. Okay. I guess.
Hey, Dustin?
Yeah?
Do we have train fare?
That would be up to Cal, I think.
Oh my god, no. Let's keep going.
Okay. So I guess.
That's also fair.
I think it's not so much that Casey doesn't like Cal, it's more that it's like, oh, he's my boss.
As you pass this barricade, you see that this seat right here is completely empty.
So is that barricade floor to ceiling kind of thing?
No, but it's risen up a little bit. It's maybe headish height. It's kind of got a it's a wooden frame and there's just a glass top with some patterning in it. It's fancy.
Is it a seat or two seats?
There's 2 seats free here.
Okay.
It's a large enough seat for 2 people to sit at it easily.
Okay, well I guess I'm getting in there, but I don't think Ninja Rockmon can fit in one of these seats because he's very round.
Yeah.
And doesn't have a whole lot of leg.
Probably be difficult
Probably
for it.
blocking up a decent amount of the aisle as well.
Yeah. So I guess he's just gonna stand nearby.
Alright, what about Casey? Just gonna sit next to Dustin?
Is that... Oh, yeah, I guess so. Actually, very quickly, I just, scout up ahead. Is there anything, that catches my eye, in the cart? Or it's just more of the same people? Or there's, no Digimon or anything?
Nope, you can see the door here is actually closed, so this section is closed off, and it's just all these people who are just sitting here. Oh, some of them are reading books, some of them are talking animatedly to one another, some of them are just resting. It's just a standard train travel crew.
Okay. Yeah, I sit with Dustin, and Cutemon sits on my lap.
And poor Ninja Rockmon just stands nearby.
It's okay, buddy. You're a rock.
He wasn't made for sitting. He also doesn't respond because his mouth is literally drawn on.
Oh!
No.
I
Alright.
mean, he might be able to talk. That hasn't stopped Digimon before, but...
Yeah.
You've all taken seats of some form or another. Let's go down the line. What do each of you do? Tess, what does Cal do?
Cal is just kind of like, while he's sitting, just kind of looking around him, like can they see anything out this side of the window, or is it still just...
On this side of the window, you can see it out clearly. It's like transparent from the inside out,
Gotcha.
opaque from the outside in.
Yeah. Caramon at least probably, gets off Cal's shoulders at some point and sort of wanders over to look out the window.
Caramon's probably still a little cranky after like the whole rail spike thing.
For sure.
Getting stabbed.
For sure.
Alright.
But Cal's just kind of chilling.
You look out the window, it's just seems like plain desert. You can do a check if you'd like to inspect further, see if anything comes up to mind.
Sure, they'll do that.
Alright, that's a perception check. So willpower plus perception.
Put the wrong sheet up.
There you go, that's a solid roll.
Oh, fun. Some good rolls.
Okay, so as you're looking out, the desert's just going by as you expected. You wonder for a moment whether you might see the Monochromon convoy, but you doubt it because the train is curving off towards the south, like it's taking a turn, so it's heading somewhere on its own. As you watch the desert, though, you get the feeling something strange, like it's dark out, like it's night, but something else is a little weird. And you like crane your head a little, and you look, and you get after a bit that the desert goes on for a little bit, but then it just stops. And it doesn't stop for anything or anything different. It's just suddenly there's nothing but blackness, and it's not like
A void.
the void. Yeah, like the ground is not there, the sky and stars aren't there. Actually, it's just after a little way, there's nothing.
Interesting.
All right. Next up, Maddie with Piper. What's Piper up to?
Piper's gonna try to strike up a conversation with the person sitting next to her.
All right. Go ahead.
What is this like? What does this person like look like? I know they're like in old timey travel clothes,
Yeah.
but
She's a traveling lady. She's like some nice finery on. She looks kind of like, your old timey richo person. And she's just sitting there, just bouncing her legs a little, just swinging her legs a little. She's just got her hands folded. She's just in her own little world having a thought.
Right, Piper's gonna be like, "Hi, I'm Piper. What's your name?"
Hello, I'm Celeste.
Piper is like beaming. She's like, where you headed tonight?"
Celeste offers a hand to you to shake.
Oh yeah, Piper totally takes it.
And as you shake, she says, I'm heading to the end of the line.
Where is that? I've never taken this train before.
It's the end of the line.
Cool.
That's so ominous.
Yeah, Piper isn't dumb enough to be like, oh, cool. So she's like a little like, she's like gonna try not to show that she's a little perturbed by this information. She's gonna be like, oh, I love your outfit. Where'd you get it?
I've always had this.
Cool. Is it like a family heirloom or something?
Yes.
Awesome. Piper is actually like Monodramon is not super thrilled about the phrase "the end of the line," and Piper can sort of tell. So Monodramon is like, "Hey Piper, I gotta pee," and Piper's like, "Oh okay," and they get up and they move. And Piper sort of goes half excitedly, half nervously over to Cal and is like, "Hey, Cal."
Just as
talk
you're
to a
walking
lady."
out of that seat, Celeste waves at you and says, goodbye.
And Piper waves back, like, really enthusiastically. And she just walks over to Calvin, and she's like, "Hey, Cal, Celeste says that this train just goes to the end of the line. Do you think the place is called just the end of the line, or, like, what?"
Cal's like, well, it does seem like we're heading towards a big black void over there.
Whoever's like, what? And she kind of like muscles her way in to look out the window for a
Yeah,
second.
the person sitting next to Cal like looks a little affronted as Piper shoves her way right past them to put her face up against the window.
She also goes, oh, excuse me, sorry. But she also presses her nose against the window.
As you look out, you
She's
can
like,
see
"Whoa."
that like there's desert beyond that you can see, but then suddenly there's not desert. There's not anything further out.
Piper considers this for a moment, goes, yeah, that's pretty spooky. Yeah, and then she sort of like climbs back out. And she just sort of doesn't really know what to do. She's like, now what? Do we just keep waiting, or?
Well, the train's going to stop at some point.
Or is it?
Bum, bum, bum.
Piper like sees that her joke hasn't totally worked, and then she's like, "Come on, Monodramon," and they sort of wander back to the other side of the train where the bathrooms were.
All right,
God, I love Piper.
Bridget and Andy, Casey and Dustin.
So did you get a chance to listen to my mixtape?
Oh my god!
It's still in my van. I haven't actually gone anywhere since you gave it to me, so I haven't had time to listen to it, because that's usually when I listen to music, is driving, so...
Okay, well, let me know what you think. I'd love to get
Okay.
another set of ears on it. There's this new sound I'm looking for, and I think I found it.
Okay, I'll check it out later. And while having this conversation, he does have the camera on, but it's just kind of like getting an established shot of outside, but he's not looking outside at all.
Yeah.
So, and along those same lines, literally the entire conversation with Celeste over there was like half of it would have been picked up because, you know, Piper has the mic, but since the boom mic's back here, it was just one side of a conversation where it actually winds up getting. So we have gotten nothing good on film yet.
Mixing
at
this all up is going to be miserable post. Alright, so you just got having a chat there about
Yeah,
mixtapes?
Piper takes a big ol' shit. No, I'm kidding. Piper sort of just splashes. Is there like a running faucet in here?
Yeah, there is.
All right. Piper just sort of splashes water on her face, and is it like drinkable? You drink the water on the bone train.
Smells
You can
okay?
try.
Smells okay? Feels okay? You gonna drink
All
it?
right. She's gonna drink a little bit of water just to tentatively taste it, and after at Monodramon's insistence.
Tastes like regular water.
Nice. Okay, so she drinks some water, and she like lifts Monodramon up a little bit so that she can also reach the water, and then she sort of like leans over and whispers something to Monodramon, and then they head and they walk all the way to where Dustin and Casey are at the other end of the train. And Monodramon just sort of like pads up to where Dustin is and was like, "Hey, Dustin, do you think we should interview some of the passengers? I don't know, just a thought."
God, I'm so tempted to just say that's up to Cal. Sure, let's excuse me. Dustin's gonna try and sneak past.
Well, Casey gets up to let you out, and it's like, "Oh, hey, what are you up to, Pipes?"
She's like, "Oh, Monodramon, we thought we could interview."
You might cut out a bit. You thought you could interview? Your mic cut out for a moment.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
No, Piper was just like, "Oh, we thought Monodramon and I thought that it'd be kind of fun to maybe interview some of the passengers."
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess so.
Nice.
Maybe we should do our jobs. Oh, God.
You got anyone in particular to interview, or are we just gonna bug a random person?
Piper's like, yeah. We got this. There's this lady over there called Celeste, and I thought maybe we could talk to her, maybe.
Okay. Dustin's gonna follow her over because
All right.
really much you can do when it comes to just filming the outside of a train from the inside of a train.
Does Casey sit back down or follow along?
Yeah, I think at this point. Well, actually, I think at this point, can I check out that closed door again? Maybe knock on it
Sure.
while they're doing that. It doesn't have to be right away, but while they're doing that.
Okay, we'll get to you knocking on that door right after this talk. So
All right.
Go ahead, Piper, take it away.
Piper sort of shyly approaches Celeste and is like, "Hey, Celeste, we're doing a show. Can we?"
When you say hey Celeste, Celeste just waves at you again and smiles, says hello.
Piper looks very happy. She's like, "Oh, hi again." And she's like, I was just wondering, could we ask you some questions on camera?
Yes.
Piper is smiling real big now. And she's like, she basically repeats the same questions.
You get
again,
the exact
but-
same answers.
Okay. Piper just wanted those answers on camera.
It's very responsible of Piper.
Yeah, Piper occasionally has good ideas, I guess.
Piper has
Character
good ideas.
development.
She cares about the show.
Yeah.
Is Cal listening into this at all, or is Cal off in their own world?
Cal doesn't have a whole lot else to listen to. He doesn't really have any interest in striking up conversation with whoever's sitting next to him. So he's listening in.
Yeah, so Piper kind of pointedly looks at she glances between Dustin and Cal when Celeste talks about the end of the line again, just to see if they react to it in any way. And then she's like, "Wow, cool, thanks, Celeste."
Okay, Casey.
Yeah.
When you knock on the door, you hear a voice come out from that says, "Just a minute."
Okay.
And
We twiddle our
A really
thumbs.
large bathroom.
back up for a moment, and then the door opens, and there is a cart in front of the door, and there is someone behind the cart. And it is probably going to need to be resized.
Giant monkey.
Going to need to be resized.
Whoa,
Listen.
hello, big sir.
Listen, I need the icon to appear so I can resize it.
Yeah.
I'm big.
Oh, no. It's human-sized.
He palms you and
It's human-sized. There is a human-sized monkey-like Digimon that's just got its hands resting on a cart, and it just opened the door. It's like, "Excuse me, coming through."
Oh, sorry. Hi, hello.
Hello.
Do you work on this train?
Yes,
You work?
yes.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
I have the food cart.
Food cart. Go.
And
Okay.
when it says food cart, like, the passengers that are closest to you hear that, and they kind of like start shuffling and looking around interestedly.
I look at the cart. What's the food look like? Is it on the cart
It's,
or?
your standard train thing. So they've got but it's like a modern train food cart, which messes with the aesthetics. But it's like cans of drink and packets of chips and all of that, and some pastries and just like a food cart.
I look up at Cutemon. I'm like, hey, are you hungry? Actually, I turn to the side so this monkey dude can't see me saying this. I'm like, hey, buddy, you hungry? It's like, no, we ate before we came. I'm like, okay, good. And then I turn back. I'm like, all right, yeah, sure. Let me get out of the way. I kind of push up against the
You push your way
seats.
through the. Did I introduce this Digimon? Did I give it a name?
No, I didn't ask it though.
Okay,
So
that's fine.
what's your name? What's your name, buddy?
My name's Makuramon. I work here.
Makuramon?
Makuramon.
You work here?
Yep.
How long you worked here?
It considers that for a second, and it just says, "I've always worked here."
Oh,
As it brings the cart past you, so you have to budge up a little, and it starts like handing things out to people who ask for it. It doesn't like ask for anything in return. It just, someone says, "Oh, can I have this?" and it just hands it over to them. The people like directly here are getting a little antsy because you're kind of blocking the way for them to get at the food cart.
I'll be out of here in a minute. I'm like getting testy with them. And as he's kind of like doing that, can I sneak past into this room?
Yes.
Beep, 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 beep. What's in here?
You can see like what looks like a kitchenette section over here, which is probably where food was stored and got together. There's like some crates around here, some tables and that, a seat that the Makurumon might have been sitting at, just various like guard cabin stuff.
Okay. Put my hands in my pockets. I'm like, Can I actually open this door that's like linking to the next cart?
You go up to it and jiggle the handle a bit. It looks like it takes some push to get open, but it like responds a little bit. Like you get the feeling it's not locked, it's just stubborn.
Okay, good to know. I'm watching Makuyamon now.
Makurumon's just slowly going down
Makurumon.
here and it's handing out food. Basically everyone is asking for something from the cart and it keeps handing it out, but like there's a lot of people and it's not the largest cart, but it keeps just handing things out over and over again. It doesn't look like it's running out.
So, what's up? What's with this, Fuck, I was trying to make a reference to something, and a biblical reference, and I'm like, that's probably not going to work in this, actually. Hey, got a lot of food in there, man. How heavy is that?
I can push it.
Oh, you can push it, okay. Okay. So, tell me a little bit about this, line. When's, the next stop coming up?
The next stop is the end of the line.
The end of the line? So, how many stops were before the one that we got on? We got on the last,
The only
stop
stop is the end of the line.
That's not possible. We did get on
As
at
you're
a
talking
stop.
this, like, it's now coming through here, and you guys see that Casey is talking to this monkey-like Digimon that is pushing a trolley full of food that it's handing out to everyone who asks for it. And it's just making progress, and it's kind of looking over its head to talk back to Casey, so it doesn't see you guys are there as it's pushing along. Makurumon
I'm
just...
like right up on him as well.
Yeah, Makurumon just shrugs and says, "The only stop is the end of the line."
That's not possible. We got on at a stop that wasn't the end of the line, so clearly there must be more stops than that.
It has nothing but shrugs for you as it keeps handing food out to people.
Sir, please address this logical fallacy. Sir.
Meanwhile, collision in T minus
Yeah.
5
What
seconds.
are you guys reacting to this as you're seeing this food cart being pushed by?
Piper kind of feels like there's some kind of tension going on, and she walks up to the cart, and she's like, "Wow, snacks! Can I get me some of that good stuff?"
What would you like? And Makurumon just displays the selections, like packets of chips, there's pastries, there's some chocolates, there's drinks of all kinds. Just basically anything you can name that's like your kind of standard service food, and you could get it.
Yeah, Piper's gonna grab
I'm
a
like
so- grab a
over
so-
his head. Oops, sorry. As you're grabbing the soda over his head, I'm like doing the neck cutting motion. I'm like, no, pomegranates, Hades, don't do this.
Oh, okay. She sort of just kind of looks confused, but she doesn't like pop open the drink or drink it yet. She
You're
just
just
sort
holding
of
onto
takes it.
Does Monodramon
Yeah, she's-
have anything?
Yeah, she gets one for Monodramon too, but they haven't had anything to drink out of it yet. And she's
Okay.
like, "Hey, thanks."
Alright, and Makurumon's like, "Excuse me now." It's trying to get the cart past, but you guys have successfully blocked the pathway.
Oh, but yeah,
Hey, we should maybe interview this guy. You're still doing interviews?
yeah, that's a good. Maybe we should wait till Monodramon sort of pipes in and goes, "Maybe we should wait till he's finished serving everyone."
Oh my god.
I say, Ninja Rockmon already has like the boom mic in his direction,
Oh, okay.
and Dustin like turns with the camera.
Yeah,
'Cause
Makurumon's just like, excuse me. It's trying to get by, but you guys have blocked the way.
While you were all kind of deliberating over this, Karamon comes in, probably like squeezes in like between everyone's legs. Grabs a couple of like chocolate bars off the thing.
Stealing on camera.
Yeah, and then just kind of keeps heading off in this direction.
Oh, no. Oh, buddy. Pomegranate seeds. Hades, come on. Don't do this. Keep saying this over and over. But maybe it means nothing.
Alright, so does everyone still stand in the way, or do they move out of the way so Makuramon can get past?
Piper's gonna join, like, the train of people following this Digimon.
Right, so you just kind of squeeze around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ninja Rockmon's kind of like seeing there's no way to get back towards his seat because I don't think he can make it around the trolley.
Yep.
So I guess
Gonna walk ahead?
yeah, him and Dustin are just gonna kind of like walk backwards. You know,
Alright, yep.
Mike's still extended.
So you're gonna have to
Camera
move as well as
pointing in that
Makuramon
direction.
just keeps going by,
Yeah.
handing out food, yada yada. They get to Cal. Cal, would you like anything?
Cal's good,
Jump
thanks.
ahead.
Alright. Anything you want to, like, say or ask? Makuramon's just going by and it's handing out food to anyone who asks for it, which is everyone except for you guys.
Yeah, I'm not eating this fucking Satan food. This train food, actually.
Yeah, no, I mean, Piper has some of the cans, but is sort of just walking behind. And, like, over Makuramon's head, she sort of, like, tries to, like, wave down Dustin and be like, yeah, I'm gonna ask him some questions.
Okay, you got the camera pointed that way, and Mike's also over there, but they're kind of back walking to keep up with so that they don't get hit by a food cart.
That sounds like it might be a cool shot. Anyway, Piper is like, so, sir,
Is Casey held back now?
I think Casey actually is following.
Alright. Okay, so,
This one.
sorry, Maddie, Piper?
Piper's like, oh, we just wanted to ask, have you had, what's it like working on this train?
It's good. I do my job, and the people enjoy the food I bring them.
Oh, that's good. Would you say that this train is unusual or unique in some way?
This is an old and respected train line.
Cool. How long has it been around?
As long as I've been here.
Wow,
Cal
did
is
you-
going to get up and actually join these guys
Yep.
over here. He's just kind of like, he's sort of getting a little bored of sitting around. He wants to
Mm-hmm.
join the fun.
Piper's like, wow, did you found this train?
No, I was invited aboard when it was founded.
Cool. Who founded it then?
The one who owns the train.
Who's that?
Stops for a moment. Like, there's a brief moment where it, like, pauses, because it's been moving pretty consistently. It just stops solid for a second. It's silent, and it's just, the one who owns the train, and keeps going again.
He's like talking over the shoulder towards her, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Dustin's just gonna, not because he necessarily believes it or not, but because it's just a line of questioning that's used pretty often. He's just gonna like mouth towards Piper just the word haunted to be like, ask about that kind of thing, like, because
Hey,
you know, people are blatant about it when they're pretending something's haunted.
Hey.
Yes?
Is this train haunted?
It's like, what is haunted?
Like, you know, it's got
Step off the
it's
side,
got
Yep.
some ghosties.
Ghosts are free to ride the train if they wish.
Have you ever met one? She's so excited.
I've met all of the passengers of this train.
Are they all ghosts or some of them ghosts?
They are welcomed passengers. At this point, Makuramon's like reaching the end of the way, so it reaches the back of here, but then it opens the door, and there's a carriage behind this one. You'll remember when you boarded this was the last carriage on the train.
Oh,
And Makuramon just makes their way out the carriage and across like the connector to the next carriage behind it.
Piper is gonna make a face that I'm gonna just drop in the group chat because I think you'll all appreciate it. Where this is, I'm just gonna plop it in general. This is the face that Piper makes.
Just at the camera.
Yeah.
Very good.
So he's like gone through the door and like,
Yep.
disappeared, right?
Mhm.
Cal kind of like wanders over and see if he can like follow.
Yeah, but you can open this door and you can see that there's a door to another carriage right across from it.
Fascinating. He sort of says into the camera like, "Isn't this interesting? This carriage wasn't here before." He's just very excited. He sees nothing wrong with this. Everything's cool over
It's just
here.
exciting.
Are you gonna try
Yeah.
and cross over into that carriage?
Sure. Why not?
Okay,
Don't see
so
how that could go wrong.
you walk across here. There's like outside. It's like a platform on the back of the train. You can see some railings
Yeah.
along the side of it. There's a connector to the door on the other one. You walk up to it. You push the door open, and Caramon, Casey, and Cutemon, you see the door up here open, and there's
Fucking
Cal.
do it.
Whoa.
Oh no.
I turn around, look back the other way. I'm like, did you, what? Hello?
In the distance, you can briefly like see that the door over there is still open, and you can see Cal there, and it's like a kaleidoscope tunnel vision. You can
Yeah,
see past
I just
Cal,
wanna say,
you
like-
just see yourself there as well.
Oh, I hate
Caramon-
this.
Caramon was absolutely like heading over to try and open this door at the end, so everything kind of works out fine.
Oh my god, Piper is absolutely delighted. She's gonna like stick her arm out the door so that she can see her like arm like come in on the other side, and she's gonna try to like softly like bat
got him.
at the face of whoever's there.
Yeah, you've got to like move to the door across like from this carriage and the next one behind it. But once you do, you like just suddenly put your hand through here.
And yeah, my hands. I'm
There's
gonna, like,
no
sort
sign of Makuramon though.
Oh, what?
It went through like the doorway back there, and the door closed behind it. Then Cal went after it,
Oh.
and now there's like Cal came out here, but Makuramon did not.
Okay. Well, Casey didn't even probably see that, but
Yeah.
Bridget is freaked out by it.
How close is Caramon standing? Could Piper like reach through the door and sort of like bat at its head, even though it's like all the way over there?
Caramon's probably pretty much like approached the door, so yeah, go ahead.
All right, Piper's gonna sort of like gently bop Caramon on the head, then grab her arm back, and like just see if Caramon like looks like. Okay, so what Piper does is Piper sort of shouts, "Hey, Caramon!" And so like, does Caramon look towards like which way does Caramon
yeah.
look?
Caramon is looking through the door.
Through the door?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is so confusing.
Caramon's looking through the door, but that's just because Caramon is. The train carriage is too long now for your voice for that call to make it going along normally, and your voice doesn't
Okay.
go through like whatever this is.
Huh. So like no sound carries like Caramon didn't
Yeah,
hear?
you don't know this, of course, because Caramon's just looking at you, but no sounds went through.
Cool. Is there like some way, because Piper is probably not going to notice that, is there some way for maybe Monodramon to notice if she rolls perception again, or...
You'd have to tell me how you would notice that, and then you can roll perception.
Can I just say, Caramon, if like they're watching outside, they would probably see like her mouth moving,
That's
but
true.
no sound coming out.
Yeah, if Caramon was watching and Caramon saw Piper's mouth move and no sound come out, does Caramon do anything about that though?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
They kind of frown a little, but otherwise don't give much indication.
Maybe it's notable that Caramon, you're not hearing anything from the usually like giggling or cackling or whatever Caramon.
Yeah.
It's like, do you notice that for once Caramon isn't making noise? And it's like, that's weird.
Yeah. What Piper's gonna do is she's gonna just hop back and forth between one side of the door and like she's traveling back and forth between one end of the train and another, like
Okay,
repeatedly.
so Piper hops out at this end, the eastmost end, and then you're going to
Okay.
try and hop back through the open door?
Yeah.
Okay, you do that, but you don't show up where Monodramon is at the end of this.
What?
No, you just, like... When you hop back through, suddenly, like, you were hopping... There's a gap, like, between these two carriages. It's not, like, one to another immediately connected. You've got to like, dash across a little platform connecting the two.
Yeah.
And when you dashed across to where Cal and Caramon is, it was fine. You can turn around and you see, like, the door open and Monodramon. As soon as you step back out through this doorway, the door is closed.
Oh.
And you go up to it and you give it a shove and it doesn't open.
What the Piper goes, what the fuck?
None of that visual stuff makes it to Dustin, though. Dustin sees, like, Piper coming back through the doorway that was there, and then nothing. And she just disappears.
You getting this?
Okay.
But if you, like,
Oh.
if you turn around and look in the other direction, you can see, like, at the very end, Piper's still there. But now they're not here as well.
Just like
Wait,
Yeah,
hold
you
on.
can-
So
you can
I'm
flip
not. Am
around
I
and-
just?
zoom camera in that
So
direction. to
if
see, like,
Dustin is looking to the west, to the left, they can see, like, Cal and Caramon standing in the entrance here, but they can't see Piper. If you look to the east in this direction, you can see, like, Cal and Caramon there as well, and you can see Piper just past them to the outside of the train.
yeah, he's gonna like take like a zoom in that direction and then look back this way like one or two times to try and make sure he gets a good shot of it that doesn't just look like a stupid camera trick. But this is probably some of the best footage we've ever had because he just disappeared.
Casey and Cutemon were following Caramon before when all of this suddenly started happening. What's going on with them?
Casey's thinking, okay, some sort of space manipulation trick. Alright, yeah,
Damn
whatever.
it.
Of how
Um,
space manipulation is a more feasible explanation than ghosts.
Yeah. Are there any windows in this room?
Yeah, they just look out like the windows before. Just look out to the side.
Are we still seeing, I pop one of those open.
Yep.
Are we still seeing, desert?
Yes, also, you're going to give me a check. That
wonderful.
is a perception check, so willpower perception.
Okay. Plus willpower and perception. Make sure I have the right person open. Perception. I'm trying to find it. Okay. Plus 6.
Alright.
20.
That is
Right.
really solid.
That's like the third roll with no ones in it tonight.
So as you're like looking out this window, you can see that you're just running by the desert, but you see something that looks like a dust trail following along behind here. So you're looking out this window here,
Right.
and you see a dust trail, and you see like something weird, like the ground is rippling a little.
Okay.
And as you stare at it, and you're watching, suddenly the ground bursts, and something jumps out of it.
Oh, okay.
And it's
Darren
two big Senglukmon. And it's a Senglukmon. It's just running alongside the train. It's fast, like it's keeping up with the train. It's pulling back a little bit, but then it speeds up a bit. And there are more of those dust trails, and suddenly more of them burst out of the ground and are just running alongside the train, trying to keep pace with it.
Can I try to yell out to them?
You can try.
All right, I cut my hands. I'm like, hey, can you hear me?
They don't really react. They are running at full speed. Like you've seen, like when dogs and that are going at full speed, they are booking it as fast as they can.
Okay. Interesting. I'm like, hey guys, check this out, and point it out, but Casey doesn't really know what to do with this information. She's like, oh yeah, that's the same Digimon we saw. You think he's out there? Doing his thing?
Can Piper come in through this door?
Yes.
Alright, cool. She's gonna stand next to Casey and sort of like press her face against the window and be like, that's a lot of dogs.
What are Monodramon, Dustin, and Ninja Rockmon up to?
Well, Dustin didn't hear any of that, so he's just like... He literally just like says what towards the door just because, you know... Yeah, I don't think anyone's looking at this point, though, so
No
they don't even
response
see
to
him
that.
out.
Are you going to go through that door, or go back the other way, or stay here?
I mean, freaky teleporty shit is weird, but it is a lot longer walk the other way, so I think he's just gonna go through.
Alright, what about Monodramon? Maddie?
Monodramon is gonna also go through the weird door and land on the other side, I guess. I think, maybe?
Same for
I don't
Ninja
know.
Rockmon?
Yeah, Ninja
Alright.
Rockmon's the sound guy. He's gotta stick with me.
Let me just bring you guys up here. You just come in through the door up here. You kind of have to push Cal a little out of the way to get through,
Yeah,
but you all
it's
come
fine.
through here. And we're all gathered up in here now.
Cool.
Gang's all here.
Okay, yeah. the
Performing
gang is-
for you. If you know the words, you can join.
Join in too.
Here's coconut gun. That's
God.
So,
Piper sort of looks towards Cal and goes, what's going on?
As usual, he doesn't truthfully know how to answer that. He just kind of, you know, like, he sort of comes over, like, looks out the window, kind of quietly to himself, like, wonder what they're up to.
as you're watching this, you don't hear a noise, but you see, like, suddenly, like, pieces of sand just bursting out of the ground here, and it's a pattern that goes boop, just to closer and closer. Then one of the Sanglitmon, like, trips, falls, and rolls, and the others just race past it as this one just rolls back into the distance. It's gone. The train is going past it.
I wonder why they want to keep up with the train.
what wants to keep up with the train?
Hey, Dustin, check it out. Bunch of those Sanglitmons.
He gets a shot of them running because why not?
Just as you do, they, like, dive back underground, and then there's this trail of weird, like, sand bursts instead of, like, them above, and they fall behind a little bit, but they're, like, still keeping up, but they're underground again.
Is something, like, attacking them? Piper wonders that out loud.
I don't know if they're...
Cal's just kind of like, maybe they're just heading to the end of the line.
Aren't we all?
It's a metaphor.
It's a meta what?
I never met a four I didn't like.
Oh my goodness. Huh. Which direction were they running, and they're, like, following the train?
Yeah, they're following the train, so you're all heading to the right, to east.
Okay.
Well, east-ish. The train's curved its bit, so it's probably not going east per se. It's going to the right of your visuals.
Right.
Like, all right, well, come on, ghost hunters, think of something. Again, Casey is a mean person. She'd
You
like
said
to
there was like a sand pattern on the ground?
No, there was just like there was like a bunch of sand blew up. Well, not a bunch of sand blew up at once. Like pocks of sand jumped up in a pattern towards where it was, and then that Sanglamon tripped and fell, and then the others have dashed under the sand, and you can see kind of like a marking on the ground that's following where they would be under the ground, but they're staying underground now.
Oh, so they're burrowing.
Mm.
Cool. Oh, weird.
How fast is when we stick our heads out of the window? How fast is the train moving?
You feel it, like the wind is solid on you. You like put
Okay.
your head out, and your head like gets pushed back a little by the wind pressure on it. It's not pleasant.
All right. I'm not doing an. I turn to the rest. Casey turns to the rest of the group. Like, I'm not doing any on over the top, jumping on the top of the train here, but.
Is there even a way onto the roof?
Well, I mean, we're like in between the carts when we're going from one to the other.
Oh, true.
Caramon's going to try and open the door.
This door, like, it was opened when you came in from the other side, and it's stayed open since.
It's still open? Okay.
Yeah.
They sort of wander outside then.
Yep, okay. So you're out here, and you can look around. There's some railings up on the side. This train carriage's roof just ends in a little overhang, and then there's a gap of free air and space connecting to the next carriage, which is right in front of you.
So is there any like obvious way to like climb onto the roof? Like
No,
from here?
there's no, like, ladders up or anything up here.
Oh. No one's got a flying Digimon this time, although I guess the wind pressure would be...
Digimon flies up immediately like a mile behind us.
No!
So
that's
on the
how you
carriage out
separate.
here, you've got the door you came in through. This is, like, clearly... It looks the same as the one at the back of this carriage, which you somehow warped you over here when you entered the carriage behind this one. But this time, this door is, like, closed when you can see the door at the back of this carriage is still open, and the door it sees is still open. And you can still see at the very far end, like, you guys gathered through this, like, teleport loop, but over on this side, the door is closed.
Kara's gonna jump over to the other door, like just opposite them if they can.
What are they going to do with the door?
They want to try and get through it. It's closed, right?
Alright, yep, so why don't you take a look into getting through it? You can do, like, a body check to try and force it open, or Caramon specifically...
Kara has Trojan. Kara has Trojan.
Yep. So it gains a bonus to getting to places it shouldn't be, and otherwise invading protected areas, equal to its technician ranks.
Very good.
Which is just 1, but that's better than 0.
Yeah. Well, since you're using Technician to go in, you're not, like, using Brute Force. So I'll let you use Technician to get that +1 and also do a Brains check to open the door instead of a body check.
Okay, so your brains +1.
Yep. So that's 3d6 plus 5.
Yep.
Yep. Caramon, like, sinks some tendrils into the door and messes around with a bit, and the latch on the inside of it clicks, and the door swings open.
Nice. What do they see inside? Does it look like?
It looks like another carriage, just like the one before, full of people. That's what they see looking into it.
Right, but it doesn't look like the same carriage, or
Looks pretty much similar. Like, it might be the same. It does. You can't see anything in it like you guys, but it looks like another passenger carriage.
Yeah, they're probably gonna, like... If no one's gonna stop them, they're just gonna keep on going. They're gonna head
Caramon's
on
going
to
through the door?
next carriage. Yeah.
Alright, Caramon goes through the door, Caramon disappears.
Bye.
Piper sees this and is like, "What?" And is like, "Hey, guys, Caramon went through the door. Caramon got the door open."
Caramon also grabbed the snacks, so what did we learn?
Well, did Caramon eat the snacks or just grab them?
Cameron, they probably ate at least some of them.
Very good.
Maybe not.
Now, did Caramon unwrap them before eating them, or did they just eat the whole
Oh,
can?
definitely not.
Yeah, just take a bite into a chocolate bar, like including the foil wrapping. It's fine.
Okay, so Dustin's looking towards the direction that Caramon disappeared in, to film, but there's not much to see if Caramon literally is completely vanished, so... Huh.
Cal's kind of looking through the doorway that's slightly concerning. Well, what do you think? Should we follow?
Well, we're not getting much done out here, so I guess so.
Piper's already going, and
Alright.
Monodramon is...
Piper crosses the threshold, Piper just disappears from view. It's like, maybe the doorway ripples a little, but when you go through it, you disappear.
Alright, yeah. Cal's gonna head over too.
Alright, what about the remaining four in here?
Casey takes a deep sigh and then steps outside.
Okay. On the way out, Ninja Rockmon's gonna take the non-boom mic end of the mic and kind of poke it towards the door to see if it's safe, because it's weird, and teleporting is... He already did it once today, and it was weird already.
Kind of looks like the boom mic goes through the door. Like, you can see the end of it when you're waggling it inside the caravan.
Oh, well, then he shrugs and just goes through first.
Alright, and he's disappeared
Before
with the
Dustin.
boom mic.
And Dustin curses and falls after him, because that's expensive equipment.
Alright, and that will move you to the next carriage. How are we all doing? Do we want to take a break here or go to the next place?
I'm good with if we keep going, but
Yeah, I can probably do another half hour, but I'm, tired.
Okay. We can enjoy a little bit of our next zones. Let me just grab all of your icons. Move you over to where you now will be.
our new home.
I will be right. I'm just gonna hop up and refill my drink, so...
Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Icons now. Give me the loading, please. Thank you. Alright. As you guys pass through the doorway, there's a brief moment where, everything's dark and you're not anywhere. And then you're standing in a room, and it's not a train cart. It doesn't even feel like a train cart. There was shaking, when you were in a train before. There's nothing like that now. What you are standing in appears to be some kind of ballroom. It is much, much larger and wider than should be any kind of train cart you can recognize. There is a band playing up here. There's music going on all the time. And there are people all spread about who are dancing.
Casey takes one step into this room and is like, oh my fuck.
Piper has to take this all in, and she sort of looks down at Monodramon, and she's like, "What?" And Monodramon just sort of shakes her head because she's not sure what she's seeing either.
It takes a moment for you to notice it, but you are actually all dressed in formal dance attire. You've got
Oh my
suits
God.
or dresses on
Jeez.
as per your thing. Your Digimon Caramon's got a little bow tie on.
Oh,
Nice.
God.
You're all dressed up for the ball.
oh my God, this is so good. what kind of I need to know for science.
Wait, what? You cut out a bit.
I need to know what kind of fancy stuff we're all wearing. This is very vital information.
Oh, don't even trip. Casey's wearing a suit. Actually, it's a tux. It's a white tux.
That's really good.
Did you get that, Andy, or do I need to fill you in?
I got the last half of it. We're in. I didn't hear much about where we were, but I heard that we're all in fancy clothes now.
Yeah, so when you went through, you've appeared inside some sort of ballroom. It's much, much larger than should be any sort of thing that could fit on a train, and there's no, like, shaking like there was on the last thing of being on a train. It's just some kind of ballroom. There's a band playing music. There are people all over dancing. I did not populate this map with character icons, but just imagine, like, there's a lot of people in here.
That's awesome.
Jesus,
I'm so glad to hear that Casey was. What about every?
Go ahead, everyone. What are you? What's your fancy ball attire?
Cal is probably not like overly dressed up. He's probably like wearing like a nice vest and like a bow tie, probably matched Trailmon.
Is it like old timey like ball attire, or is it like?
Yeah, it matches. It's not exactly aesthetic of the Western. Think like you're. What's jazz? It's jazzish, but I forget what year jazz is. Like, the band is playing a jazzish track, so outfits to match that kind of era.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 1920s jazz. That's what I was expecting the number to be.
19. I'm doing some very important Google searching. A lot of this stuff is a lot for me to handle. Well, just take my word for it that Piper looks very... And...
Piper looks very what?
She's cute.
Excellent.
She's cute. Her dress is kind of turquoise. Like her hair.
very nice.
Your Digimon can also have a little bit of dress, so... Does Cutemon have a tiny little tux?
I think so, yes.
Oh.
Still has the little red boots. It has one of those, like, the jacket is off, and it just has, like, what is it, like the tuxedo shirt, where it's, like, the waistband is a solid color.
And it's
got,
perfectly fitted for Cutemon.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm gonna
Yes.
cry. Yeah, Monodramon's gonna have a little bow also, I think. It's gotta be red.
It's adorable. Andy, what about Dustin and Ninja Rockmon?
So I'm trying to find one thing to try and make this make sense. Okay, yeah. Dustin is like wearing one of those like slightly more colorful ones that a lot of times you would see in movies and stuff on like outside outing kind of things with like the boater hat, that like straw one.
Yep.
That like has the band around it to literally just replace his beanie, and then the more colorful outfit to go with it. Ninja Rockmon, on the other hand, his like little ninja full body mask thing just looks like one of those. It literally just turned into like the like Japanese stage crew masks instead. So he is still wearing ninja stuff. It's just older and more covering now.
Oh.
He did not get fancier. He just got. He's still just trying to stay hidden, apparently.
All right. What do you all do?
Yeah, Monodramon is on high alert and is gonna do perception again.
All right, that's 3d6 and brains.
Yeah, 36. Wow, okay.
All right, you look around and you see what's here. There's people dancing. There's a band playing music. There's you look around back where you came in from. There's no doors. It's all walls, no
Oh,
doors.
dear.
No doors.
dear.
Like anywhere in the room?
No doors anywhere in the room.
Right.
And that's it.
That's a
Dustin.
fire hazard.
Dustin's gonna get like a sweeping view of the suddenly sealed room mystery they are in with the camera.
Oh, goodness.
This is like 2 seconds away from turning into a murder mystery.
Let's be real.
And then the lights go out, and
So there's people dancing everywhere, right?
Yep.
Are there any, like, are there any other, like, doors to other
No
one
doors.
big old... Cool. Cool. What's the band look like?
The jazz band up there. There's 4 people. There's a guy on the mic. Everyone's human appearances. There's no Digimon inside. The guy on the mic is crooning into it. It's a older looking black man. He's got like the grayed hair. There's a band going at it. Let's see, trumpet, sax, maybe drums. They're rocking it. They're just going for it, and the music's good. It's enjoyable. Some of you might be tapping your foot along to it just because, you know, it gets you in the dance mood.
Piper is definitely 100% absolutely.
Casey is 100% not. But she's working very hard to not be.
Tess, what's
Aw.
Caramon up to?
Caramon's kind of bouncing around.
Yeah, Caramon's bouncing around, like, swaying through the dances and all that.
Yeah, just kind of, you know, slowly getting lost in the crowd.
Caramon's caught up in the beat.
the beat has him.
I love Caramon. Caramon's so chaotic, but so good. This is so cool. Piper's gonna... I don't know. Piper's like, should we dance? I don't know. Should we?
I'm not dancing. That's not in my contract. You cannot make me dance.
Piper's like, oh, come on.
No, I will not dance.
Come on.
No,
Come on.
no, I will not dance.
Piper's
Okay,
like, you're...
fine. One dance.
Piper's like, yes. And they do that. I don't know. Piper's not extremely graceful, but is having fun nonetheless.
Would you like to roll to dance?
Hell yeah, I would.
There is a perform check.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Piper's really good at that. I take that back. Piper rules at dancing.
Go ahead and roll
Is
perform,
perform-
which is charisma
Charisma?
plus perform.
Hey guys, I just want to tell you that is... Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna type it and allow you to see what this is. It's 3d6 plus...
Charisma plus perform.
Oh no.
Wow, even with 2 ones, you were like still doing fine. You were dancing your heart out.
Yeah.
How is Casey doing, being led into the dance?
I rolled a dance.
Oh, is that the 19?
Yep.
Dang, you guys are
Hey,
both, you're tearing it up out there.
Cutting a rug.
My
Hell
mom
yeah.
used to take formal dance lessons.
Also, I hope you know, this is on camera now.
Hell yeah.
No!
Oh, yeah.
Casey realizes this and fucking melts into the floor. I take it back, I'm not having a good time.
Piper like winks at her and is like, "It's okay.
No?
I'm sure you are deep down."
No?
Cal's just kind
No.
of clapping like, this is excellent footage.
Um,
So pleased.
Piper winks at her and then kind of pulls Monodramon into another dance, but like kind of pulls them towards the direction of the stage with where the band is. So they're gonna dance over here some more.
All right, what's Dustin up to?
Well, after getting, like, apparently the best blackmail material ever, he's gonna, like, wave towards Ninja Rockmon and try and get, like, towards the band to get, like, a decent sound clip and, like, recording of them, because this seems weird as hell.
Yep.
So, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I guess you could. Because he doesn't want to just go on stage. That seems like a dick move. So he's just going to have Ninja Rockmon, like.
If anyone would
come up.
respect a band going at it, it would be Dustin.
Yeah. You don't fucking rush the stage. That's rude as shit. So he's just going to get up here with the newly, like, friggin' puppet master looking Ninja Rockmon holding the boom mic in the right direction to just get a recording of all of the...
As you're looking up through the camera, one of the band members, the one on the trumpet, like, opens their eye, catches you, and gives you a wink.
Oh, hey.
Tess, what is Cal
No.
doing?
Cal probably has been like, saying in the camera, like, oh, check out this cool party we've stumbled into. Then when like Dustin and Co go over towards the band, he's kind of he figures he should wander into the crowd and try to find his partner, who is off here somewhere.
All right.
Find out
Amongst the
where
crowd of
underfoot.
Do you want to make a roll to just make it through the crowd?
For who?
For Cal, yeah. You can either do perform to dance along or dodge to dash through.
Dance through.
His dodge is better, but dancing would be more fun, so I'm gonna do that.
Good call.
So what we've got? Charisma. A respectable dance.
As you're stepping through, like the people are swaying around, there's a sudden change in the beat of the music, like the band move on to the next track, and people move a little erratically in a different movement, getting set up, and one of them bumps into you. Except they phase right through you.
Oh.
Oh. Cal sort of like reaches a hand out towards like another of the guests that kind of dancing around. Can you like actually physically touch any of them?
No, you cannot.
Well, in that case, he's just gonna walk straight through them as he tries to find Caramel.
Oh God.
Caramon is still dancing away, just having a good time. How about we have Caramon make a brains check, so 3d6 plus brains.
Sure.
Caramon's kind of glowing a bit. Like that blue-green ghostly glow that you saw when the train first arrived. Not actively, like, not hugely, but there's a bit of a shine to it.
Right. Okay.
Seeds.
So Cal, I assume, like, finds Caramon
Yep.
eventually, and, like, notices this.
Caramon's just dancing away.
Yeah, like, does Caramon, like, feel anything weird? Or...
Caramon feels the beat.
I
Does
see.
he feel the Digibeat?
The music has him.
So Cal's just like, hey, buddy, you feeling alright? Caramon, like, just has no idea what he's talking about. It's just dancing.
Alright, who would like to do something?
Is there? Oops, sorry.
Yeah, as because Monodramon and Piper are still dancing. Have they bumped into anybody at all, or?
Well, you've been
'Cause I don't-
dancing
I don't
pretty
know
well
if-
so far. If you'd like to make... I mean, you have to
I don't know
intentionally
how
be
many-
clumsy if you want to bump into someone, so you're trying to avoid people.
Yeah, no.
If you'd like to make another perform check to see if you, you lose your footing a little and bounce into someone, you can.
I think it would be more Monodramon than
Yeah.
Piper Killer Dancer.
Alright, give our Monodramon an agility check.
Okay. Where are you, bud?
Because Monodramon, it probably isn't so much dancing on their own, it's just following you along.
Yeah.
So they're trying to match you, which is more agility than charisma.
Yeah. So 3d6 plus agility. No, Monodramon rules
Monodramon's
also
perfectly following you. You compliment Monodramon a little. She's doing great.
Hell yeah. This is awesome. They get a little worn out from all this dancing and sort of look around. And probably head on back over to the others and are like, "Hey, what should we do now?"
Did you just walk into the general space between all of us and yell that? Because we all spread out pretty good.
I don't know.
Is Casey hiding back here now?
Yeah, Casey is had fun for a minute and then did not like it, so she's hiding.
I had fun once, it was awful.
Yeah, she's looking around for a refreshment stand, for water or something, but then she's like, oh wait, pomegranate seeds, can't eat.
Right, so you didn't see Cal just walking through some people.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I'm having my own private freak out.
So Piper, I think Piper's going to approach Cal and be like, "This is cool."
Yeah, pretty neat. Caramon's kind of still dancing just in the general area, still, I assume, glowing faintly.
Just a little bit, but yes.
I think Monodramon would probably notice that Caramon's glowing a little bit. And be like, "Why is Caramon glowing?"
Cal's just kind of dismissively, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about.
Monodramon makes a face and sort of looks at Caramon and goes, "Caramon, do you know why you're glowing? I mean literally, I mean figuratively, you're glowing as well, but you are literally glowing."
Caramon just kind of stares blankly back. They still have no idea what you're talking about.
Monodramon sort of nods. It's like, "Okay, as you were." I think Piper's gonna wander over to Kate.
I like
I'd be
that
like-
Cal didn't mention he could walk through people and Piper still hasn't noticed because she's so good at dancing, she just doesn't get in the way of others. Cal,
Okay.
the only one aware something is weird.
And the only one who's the least likely to care.
Yep.
Wait, shouldn't he be super excited about this ghost shit though?
Oh, it's pretty exciting.
But he doesn't feel the need to
Thinking it-
point it out to them. It's like, oh, look,
Oh,
this is
okay.
weird. It's no, just yeah, this is great.
He's
All of this is great.
he's a bit caught up in the moment.
Okay.
Okay, Dustin's actually going to take the camera off his shoulder for a while and just kind of and he and Ninja Rockmon are gonna make their way towards Cal because boss.
Okay, there's all these people dancing between you.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm carrying a camera, so I don't know what kind of thing I'd do to get through there.
So you're just gonna walk through excuse me, please.
I
You're
think he's just gonna try and move along with them as a kind of.
All right, that's a perform check.
Oh well, I'm good at those.
Charisma plus perform.
What about Rockmon? I mean Ninja Rockmon. Does he need to do that too? 'Cause he's probably not as good at that.
Well, he's a
very
ninja.
sneaky though.
Do yours first, and we'll see where that takes us.
Charisma plus perform.
Yep.
Okay. Is it slash roll? I haven't actually
Yeah,
rolled
slash
today.
roll.
3d6 plus charisma plus perform. That is a literal boatload.
Wow!
Oh boy.
Did we just all make very charismatic babies?
Hey man, he was in a band. His perform stat is crazy.
So, you've danced before to plenty of different things, and you've been enjoying this music a lot. You've been tapping your foot along to it, you're just getting into it. So when you, like, decide to go find Cal and you see this throng of people, you don't see, like, a wall or anything. You see just a fun opportunity. So you lower the camera for once, and you just get going, and you just, like, swing around, and you step through people, and it's good. And you draw a bit of attention, actually, just because you're, like, starting to show off a bit. You know, you used to be in a band and you had a lot of stage presence then, and you're starting to get that back in this moment, and people like spread out a bit more around you as you go through to find Cal.
And that means Ninja Rockmon doesn't need to fucking stumble through people, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm gonna give it to Cal. I think we need to start finding a way out of here, because all the footage is just going to be the same at this point. There's not really anything new happening.
Cal is, he's still been like dancing and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, you're probably right, I suppose. And like actually kind of stops for a minute, like, do you know you can walk straight through these people? It's fascinating.
What?
Yeah, and like he sort of like reaches out to try and touch one, and of course like his hand goes straight through.
Okay, the camera's on again. Just
Interestingly enough, like Cal went up and stuck their hand into another person. That person didn't react to them. Everyone's just still like looking at Dustin.
okay, do that again so I can get it on camera this time.
Yeah, he sort of like talks a bit into the camera, like I've made an incredible discovery, and then he just sticks his hand in.
I made an incredible discovery. Punches a hole through a person. Okay,
He's like, I think we're on the verge of something incredible here. He's like very like visibly excited about all this.
Okay, so Cal and Dustin are aware of this now. Piper's just hanging over with Casey again.
Yeah, she's like, what you doing over here, Casey?
Oh, I'm scouting. I'm scouting? I'm scouting. Purveying? Surveying? I'm doing very important work. And I, like, turn and face the wall.
Huh. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Totally fine. 100% fine, even. Well, 98% fine. No one can be 100% fine at any given moment. It's impossible.
Pepper's like, I'm 100% fine.
Are you? Are you sure?
Well, your leg
Pepper's
still
like-
kind of hurts, truth be told.
Yeah,
Like,
actually,
the dancing probably aggravated a bit. Like, you were into the beat and you got really into it, but now that you've, like, stopped dancing for it, it's like, damn, that actually still hurts.
Yeah, Casey just
Piper
points at
considers this.
bleeding leg.
Yeah. Piper looks and she's like, I guess you're right. And she's gonna is Cutemon on Casey's head or on the ground?
On Casey's head right now.
And Piper's gonna go, are you having fun, Cutemon?
Oh, I guess so. It is kind of spooky with all the, Actually, can Cutemon make
really
a
scary.
really scary? Can Cutemon make a perception roll real quick?
Absolutely.
Because there is I didn't do anything mechanically, but Cutemon have a thing like where they can sense. They can sense shit. I don't know. Where's perception? Where does that live? Where is the Digimon's perception?
That's
Is that
just bundled under brains.
Okay, cool. Okay, now. It's like, yeah,
Cutemon's
there's
just
a
like-
lot of people.
Bobbing their... Is Cutemon a boy or girl or non-binary?
Non-binary,
Right.
I think.
Cutemon's just been bobbing their head along to the music as they're going because they've been enjoying it too.
Yeah. Like, the music's good. It's good. It's better than, oh, nothing. And, Casey looks up and is like, what? No, nothing. Don't, nothing. Everything's good. How are you?
Is Cutemon ticklish?
Oh, very.
Okay, Piper's gonna tickle Cutemon and be like, "What are you hiding, Cutemon? What are you
No,
hiding?"
no! Don't tickle me! Oh, Pete! And Casey's like, please don't tickle that. Please. And, like, pulls, now, like, takes, Cutemon off, her head and, like, holds them to her chest. It's like, please,
Pepper's like-
we're professionals here.
Piper's like, "Aw."
We have a job to do. We can't be tickling.
Piper goes, "We can't be staring at walls either, Case."
Touche. And now, Casey, like, turns and stares at this pillar.
Not technically a wall.
I would argue that's a brand of wall, but
It is not meant to keep anything out. It's only meant to provide structural support. This is a load-bearing pillar.
I didn't realize you knew so much about pillars.
I know a lot about many things. Pillars are one of them.
Nice. Okay. I don't know what to do
Yeah.
now.
No,
Okay.
Casey's
About
just
pillars.
being really difficult for seemingly no reason. But she's, like, very distraught that she was having fun, guys.
Okay, Dustin's gonna like lean down to Ninja Rock, like pat. I guess not down. He's the same friggin' size. Isn't he? I keep forgetting how giant I've made him. He's gonna lean towards a Ninja Rockmon and be like, "Hey, I'm pretty sure none of these people are gonna be need for interviews. Go see if the other people have figured a way out of here yet." And since Ninja Rockmon has seen that you can just go through people, he is just gonna sprint right to them.
Alright, so are any of you watching the crowd as Ninja Rockmon just jumps up through a person to arrive here?
I think the sound of
Yeah,
actually,
heavy
no.
footsteps, actually,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ninja Rockman can be stealthy, but he's not like
Yeah, it's just
inherently stealthy.
runs at you guys, and you hear these footsteps, and suddenly, like, through some dancing people, Ninja Rockmon arrives.
Very good.
And
Oh.
Dustin didn't factor in the fact that Ninja Rockmon can't talk, so Ninja Rockmon just kind of like gestures at them.
What is it, boy? Lassie fell down a well? Oh, no, wait.
Lassie's a ghost.
Lassie fell down the well. Oh no! What are we gonna do?
That poor dog. No one will ever find out about it because no one in that town is observant.
Golly. Has Piper noticed that people are now we can clip through
Yeah,
people?
I think you've probably all become aware now that these people, well, if they're not ghosts, you can treat them like ghosts.
Do they respond at all to us? Like, they're watching us, right?
They responded to my dope dance moves.
Yeah, since you stopped dancing, they've like kind of just gone back to swaying around again and just dancing themselves. If you try, you can try to talk to them.
Yeah. I go to tap one on the shoulder, but, like, then remember and just clear my throat.
Yeah,
Hello?
you get no response from them.
I try to, like, stand in front of one.
They just go right
Be
through
like the
you.
same person. Man. Why can't it always be like this? Oh, well.
Piper's
Yeah.
like, this is weird. Nobody in here is real. Then she kind of just like looks at Casey and goes, "Are we real?"
Don't start. Yes, we are real. It's obvious. Listen, we're in the
Ninja
digital
Rockmon's gonna
world.
walk up and just poke Piper.
Okay. Okay, she's like, "Oh, yeah, well, what's up, bud?"
He just like shrugs, just like he's just proving he was real.
Aw. She sort of like reaches up to sort of just pat. And she's like, "Aw, thanks, bud." And I guess Monodramon is gonna be like, should we find a way to get out of here?
And at that, he is literally going to, like, nod his whole body, because that's kind of what he went over to try and talk to you guys about, but again, can't talk.
Or just doesn't want to talk to us.
Yeah, or chooses not to. That's also a possibility. There are a lot of Digimon that don't really have faces.
Yeah. Piper's like, wait. If nobody noticed and we can just walk through everybody, is the band real? How are they playing music if they're not real?
Ninja
I'm gonna
Rockman
go
just
see.
shrugs. He doesn't know. Like,
It's a very
She's
good
like,
question.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know.
go see. She's just gonna boldly walk on stage.
All right. As you
Nobody
do
knows.
so, the person closest to here, the one that winked to Dustin earlier, lowers their trumpet from him and shakes their hands like, "Excuse me, please, no, don't do that."
Are you real?
The other band members are starting to glance at you, but they're keeping up the music. Yes, I'm playing. Excuse me, please get off stage, please.
Piper sort of like, I don't know, she's kind of embarrassed now, and she's like kind of stepping back. She goes, how come everyone else isn't real?
They like shake their head a bit more at you and go back to playing their trumpet.
Piper kind of looks around to see if anybody noticed that she went on stage. Like, any of the group noticed that she went on stage.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, they probably did.
I think Casey at this point, like, also comes over. So,
Ninja Rockmon's following.
anything from them? Are
I
they
think-
ignoring us too?
No, they're real. I think
Real-ish.
They talked to me. They told me to get off stage.
Well, I'm not usually one for provoking, and I do like air quotes, potential ghosts. Maybe this is a case that requires some civil disobedience. And, I think, actually, Casey's gonna, like, start walking towards the stage as well.
Alright, as you do so, that same band member just lowers the trumpet again and shakes their head at you. Please, no, go back, please, no.
No, I'm not listening to you. I don't listen to, potential ghosts, again with air quotes.
They keep, like, trying to dissuade you to go back, but every few moments they have to stop and, like, they play out some more music, and then they go back to telling you to go away.
Can they even touch us? Can they touch us? And I'm, like, asking, Piper this.
I didn't get close enough to check.
Hey, buddy, are you if you're real, can you, like... I, like, start reaching out with my hand to try and, like, swat at him.
It's starting to, like, move away from you, like, trying to just shuffle forward, and the rest of the band, who are still playing their music, start, like, trying to shuffle away from you as well while still playing.
At this...
Hey, Cal and, like, the guys over here can probably see what's happening up on the stage, right?
Yep.
I would assume. Caramon comes over,
Well, do they?
just...
You know, I have an idea.
I think
actually,
Caramon's still
as
dancing,
well.
actually.
Caramon does dance right on over.
Alright.
They're sort of like, their interest has been piqued.
Their interest has been piqued, but they're still caught in the meat.
Yeah.
There's something that I'm going to do, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I stand up, I get on the stage. Are they still kind of, like, moving back?
They're trying to keep their distance from you, but they are running out of stage pretty quick.
Like,
Except the one who's on drums, who obviously can't move away from the drums, and
Right.
is just, like, nervously looking about while playing out.
I look up at Cutemon, and I say, "Hey, you wanna lay down some beats?" And Cutemon is like, "Yeah!" Hops off my head, and mid-hop, digivolves.
Oh, yes. That is Excellent. All right. Would you like to introduce Cutemon's champion level?
Let me introduce you to DJ Cutemon.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That was literally what I was going to make Cutemon turn into. Not exactly that design, but DJ Cutemon was going to be what it was.
There's that icon. There you go.
Best
And he's
thing I've
not-
ever
he's-
seen.
He's
Not
not,
quite
that
that
massive.
massive.
But what if Cutemon was that massive?
Oh my god. It'd be great.
Greatest Cutemon.
Yeah.
DJ Cutemon.
Oh,
Abnormally Cutemon.
so
Abnormally Cutemon.
DJ
So
Cutemon has
the-
now landed with a thud of their boombox equipped legs, greaves.
Yeah,
whatever.
Greaves.
And they're now here.
Yeah. This Cutemon is much bigger. He's probably, like, with the ears, probably around 6.5 feet, but without the ears, like, around, like, adult human-sized.
Yeah.
But he's a lot wider. And, he, like, is super excited to be out. I get the feeling that Casey doesn't actually like having Cutemon digivolve that much, because that usually means that they're in a battle, and Casey doesn't Cutemon getting hurt.
Also, when you get in
Yeah.
battles, that usually means the footage is unusable because of the rules about not filming Digimon fights and, like, making profit off of going out and getting in fights.
Yeah, and DJ Cutemon is hell for levels. Like, just
That's
the
true
audio
as
levels
well.
get blasted.
That's
But,
true. Cutemon
yeah.
does have a mic.
Cutemon,
On
Okay.
that, Cal kind of like nudges Dustin, like, "Hey, you getting this?"
Dustin absolutely was not getting it. And turns to see. Why are they on stage?
The band is still
Cal's
playing
like,
their
"It's
music.
fine."
DJ Cutemon does like, he's sort of like based off of Lucio, but I don't think he has rollerblades. But he does like a break, like that breakdance move where you like get down on your shoulders and like spin your legs out in the air and then like kind of go around back down, so they're like going underneath your arms. And he's gonna start playing, or he's gonna use his move. He's gonna use their move, Amp It Up. Should I roll attack for that? Or no, not Amp It Up. It's using ultrasonic beats.
Yep,
Which
okay.
is
Let's
what
see,
that's
how do we want to do this? So you do an accuracy roll with that, and I'm going to do a different accuracy roll myself.
Okay. And it's been a minute since I've done a combat roll. It's the amount of dice I have.
Yeah,
the
so it's your
amount of dice-
accuracy d6.
Okay. Ah, beans. Very poorly. No successes.
Oof.
And none of those abilities let you re-roll stuff.
Alright.
Nope.
So I will be doing a roll.
I also took none of those.
Yeah, 2 successes. So DJ Cutemon lets out like music, and you can hear the music, but immediately it kind of gets like drowned out by the jazz music, which is weird because DJ Cutemon's music sounds louder, but at the same time it feels like it's being suppressed by the song the band are playing. And the band are now actively scowling at you, but they're not like moving towards you or stopping the music.
Ugh. Like, come on, DJ Cutemon, that's weak. You can do better than that.
Are you gonna like do a support direct from Casey for one more try?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll let you give a bonus, so... What is it?
I think it's plus
Direct,
my...
yeah. So plus your charisma.
Ho, 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 ho.
So do an accuracy
wow.
roll, and add your charisma to the actual accuracy roll.
Wait,
that's-
wait.
Your charisma plus the 6. What's your charisma?
7.
Yeah, so that's 13d6.
God, I think we all did just pick crazy charisma.
Mostly you picked charisma to take manipulate. Ah, man. Okay.
So that's
1,
3
2, 3.
successes. Alright, I'm going to do one more. 2 successes. As DJ Cutemon, like, just puffs up and lets out a much more powerful sonic wave, it drowns out the music this time. And as the music gets drowned out, every single dancer stops immediately. They don't just, like, go, like, limp or anything. They freeze in their poses. They're like statues now. And the band are trying their best to play, but their music is not breaking out DJ Cutemon's. And as you're watching, the like forms of the people are starting to flicker and blur out, and you're seeing not people but Digimon you are well experienced in as ghost hunters.
Oh,
And
yes.
all of the humans suddenly phase out and turn into Bakamon and Soulmon.
Oh,
The fact that they didn't just call that like Wizard Bakamon is horrible.
And there's those giant icons that I can't pre-size at all. So there are basically like 100 easily of these all packed up in this room now, and they're just there frozen in place. And the band leader just tosses his mic down and just yells at you like, "What have you done?"
DJ's like, I'm playing some sick tunes, bro.
The 3 like non-singers are just like, "What do we do? What do we do? This isn't meant to happen. What do we do?" And the big boss is like, "We just have to throw them out." And the big boss changes form. Their form dilates and changes into a much larger Digimon.
Oh.
A Shogun Gekomon. And the 3 around them change into, you guessed it, Gekomons.
Casey's just like so pumped about these being Digimons. Like, fucking knew it.
And
Cal, on the other hand, is super not pumped about these being Digimon, but whatever. It's alright.
all things considered, it's time to roll initiative. So why don't we wrap up here for today?
Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
All right, good game, folks.
We are
Yeah.
gonna have
Thank
a
you.
Ah, very good.